Let me see. I actually see Stormy. Yes, you are already in it, Stormy.
Oh,
I think
okay.
I'm already in it, but oh no, I bought
No,
one
you're
second.
not.
Shit.
Yeah, get in that
Shit.
shit. Get Rose in on that
I'm
shit.
doing it. Hold on. This one's for Rose, though. Hold on. That one right there, that's for Rose. Okay.
Oh my god. 696. but but yeah. Do keep that one in mind. Tell your people, tell your friends. That's the whole point. We literally put it on Twitter, and we've seen at this point we have like 9 in the thing. Now, granted, that's great for you guys. Like I suppose that gives a better chance, but the whole idea is that we can bring more people into the community. And I hope
That's
that.
fair.
God, these little bastards.
Something I'm going to plug to everybody's chat as well. Hey, much less cool, right? Much more shit posty. Okay. Listen here. Do you like $5? Do you like a crisp $5 via PayPal?
Absolutely.
Go check out my fucking Twitter page, bruh. Because there is currently a contest about who can draw the best shit post involving koala. Okay, winner gets a crisp $5 via PayPal.
I'm
And
just
it's on
saying that
Technology,
Mars is gonna win.
Yeah, Gear Dragon entered. I saw that. I love Gear Dragon took it off of.
They're all so good, actually.
I like the title they gave Gear Dragons. It's just, oh my god.
It's like koala mid piss. It's so good. Mars is I saw it whenever I woke up and I died. So,
You know how she made that one?
The human feet and human hands. So I lost my shit with the human hands and human feet. And then the bottom text. Just bottom text.
Rose made a Twitter specifically to do this, and then she just made koala a sad Pepe.
Oh no.
Just drew him
He's
as
a
sad
meme.
Pepe.
That man is now a meme forever.
So fucking good.
In 50 years, some new kids are gonna find this and be like, look at this shit. Look at this shit post. The 2020s were wild.
Right?
Give you $5 worth of Canfee. Canfee's the name of my first artist. Shout out to her. What's up?
Give me that $5.
Yeah, if you guys want a quisp $5. Quisp.
Also, Gabriel, do me a favor. Just don't talk about gaming the system. And like, I'm not going to sit here and go after anyone who does that stuff, but I'm not going to advocate for people making multiple accounts and doing it either. So, like, just on the chat, buddy.
Righty.
Bam, 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 bam.
All right, you guys ready for Star Wars?
Bam, bam.
I don't know. We were discussing barbecue and shit posts, but Star Wars sounds good too.
Star Wars is cool. What do you figure would be the tastiest thing to barbecue in Star Wars?
Tauntaun.
The
Probably tastes
tastiest.
amazing.
The tastiest. What do you think? Like, if you had like, we'll say a week total worth of prep time if you needed it, right?
Sure,
You
sure.
needed it up to a week, right? And you could have any creature in Star Wars, and you could fucking slow cook them, roast them, grill them, barbecue 'em, however it is you want to do it, right? What is the tastiest thing that you could barbecue in Star Wars?
I bet a tauntaun that is not overly muscled, like one that hasn't actually has had a nice easy life. Probably is amazing. Probably like the most buttery steak you've ever had in your life.
I'll go for human.
Human. Wow.
Ewok.
I mean, Ewok might be.
You think an Ewok?
No, I don't know.
Personally, I think Bantha. I think Bantha would be pretty close to a cow.
They established that bantha tastes very, very greasy. Like at least
really?
Yeah, you'd have to go. You'd have to go slow and low on that one. Pit barbecue.
Yeah.
Get the fat nice and rendered.
Yeah, I feel like you just like do it almost like bear.
Also, make sure no Tusken Raider knows that you're doing it because they will murder you. Yes, they eat their banthas, but it's only to them.
I'm gonna cook it for them. It'll be fine.
Right.
It'll be a religious thing. I'll be like, no, you guys don't understand. I'm showing the ritual of my people. It's different.
I mean, they'll accept that too if you make the peaceful contact. Kodor showed us that. You do have to kind of kill your way into them and then just be like, hey, what's up? I want to be friends, but you kind of got in the way with murder. Well, that's cool. Let's be friends then. Never mind all those tough. Like, I remember one playthrough because I was curious what would happen if I killed the entirety of the Tusken Raider Enclave except for the chief. And then I got to the chief and talked to him and made peace, and it was only him and the one dude in his chamber. I was like, all right, man. I hope you're having fun with that, buddy.
All right, bro. Listen, really sorry about my past grievances. All right, man. Good talk. And just leave.
Just and he's just looking like, what's up, Joe? Just you and me.
No, maybe not a band.
And the women and the children too. No, just kidding.
Ooh, space slug.
Oh.
Oh god, like huts.
No,
my
the thing in the asteroid that they fly the Millennium Falcon
Oh
into.
yeah, I would totally just full disclosure. I would totally braise a Huddy's tail if I'm being
Right,
that honest.
braised hut tail. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would absolutely do that. No qualms. Put it right over a mirepoix. Do some beef stock. It'd be great. Fantastic.
Tail jambalaya.
You shredded like.
Droids.
I wonder if it would shred. If it could shred, I would want to do like burrito tacos.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Pulled pork. Pulled hut. Pulled hut sandwiches.
Barbecued pulled hut sandwiches. So we have to have a recap. This is too much.
I don't know. I put one in Saga campaign that I don't think I can even. I definitely can't say on stream. But you guys can go ahead. And...
Let me look.
Oh,
I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yep. All right.
Cook it like you would a shank. You know what I'm saying? Just fucking low
I'm
and
gonna
slow,
Google
let
that.
the tissue go.
Yeah, and I also left it ambiguous. It could be either. Gabriel's in my chat. Does a Jawa count? I mean, yeah. I think Ricky might have something to say about it. At the same time, Ricky might cheer you on. I'd be like, hell yeah.
He
I
treated
hated
you
that cousin.
him for it.
I hated that cousin. Deep fry him.
I feel like Jawas don't have enough meat. I
Right?
feel like Ewoks basically.
Yeah, I feel like they'd be
ready to
stringy.
eat. I feel like Ewoks are in fact like ready to eat Jawas.
That's why they're so fluffy looking.
Exactly. 'Cause they're
I
actually
mean, you
just
know why
very
they're so fluffy though? Is because they're eating people.
Yeah. They were.
They
fully
had a
benefit
dress.
heroes.
For
They're,
Princess Leia.
Main diet was Stormtrooper.
But then where did the dress come from?
Oh, there's movies for that. You ever seen the Ewok movies?
No,
Oh.
cartoon.
Yeah, you're talking about the ones that came out. Wow. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Those are old.
Wow, those are very old and very unpopular. Wow. I do remember those. I watched those as a wee lad with peanut butter and honey sandwiches.
Let's just say, they made them all friendly, but there was humans on door before.
God damn it. I wanted to get started, and I hate to keep delaying, but I do gotta use the restroom. I apologize.
Okay.
You're fine.
Humans who aren't there anymore, so, yeah.
Right?
You guys can still hear me. I muted my streams. I mean, that means Chris's stream and Deckle's stream can hear me.
Oh, quick, let's all be based. No, I'm just joking.
Right.
So when I- guys.
What's the name of that? I gotta remember the name of this massacre that happened in World War II. That was like basically the Americans pushed the Japanese back. I want to say it was somewhere in, I think it was Southeast Asia. I forget now. But basically, they pushed the Japanese back, and as they did, it forced the Japanese to cross a section of swamp, and it was like the perfect
Oh,
storm.
the
where, like,
crocodile.
yeah, where all the crocodiles killed like 2,000 of these dudes in like a
damn.
matter of a few days.
Ram I. Oh wow, that sounds like Ram Ranch. It was like Ram something Island. Here, let me Google. Ramry Island.
Yeah,
Yeah, Ramry Island.
that's what it was.
Wow.
Yeah, that was nuts. That thing was crazy. Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
Anyway.
Burma.
yeah. Anyways, it made me think of like the idea that like Ewoks and then just eating dudes. I don't know why this brought this up. But, like, yeah.
I read a book about that probably about a good year ago called I think it was called Saltwater.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's called Saltwater. Yeah, about Ramry.
It's a saltwater croc.
Oof.
Oh, hello. Who's in my channel? Red Wolf, hello. Jawas are a menace to the galaxy, yes. Feed them to the Ewoks or the Wookiees. Thank you, dear.
Sorry, I was greeting a newcomer to my channel.
Well, hello,
Someone
newcomers.
So someone who damn. Oh, hi, Stormy. Thank you for the resub.
Hi,
I appreciate
Stormy.
you, Brudarth. You weren't sure if you're gonna say it or not. You're fine, Cherry B. You're fine. I don't let people post links in my chat just for the sake of a lot of reasons, but if it's someone I like who I definitely didn't go on there and politely creep one of your VODs.
Stormy, thank you for the resub. You want an ankle reveal? I can make that
Ankle
happen.
reveal? Do it.
All right, let's just.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
There they be. Oh yeah.
Hey,
Oh yeah,
Deckle,
them
Deckle,
ankles.
do you mind? People's wives are watching.
Well, that's too bad. Actually, there's only 2 people on my channel right now, so I don't think you're correct.
Yeah, well, one of them is mine. I'm Stormy's wife.
There's credits out the window. Nice, Red Wolf.
I can't wait for my new model. I'm so excited. There's one particular thing I'm excited about much more than the other.
Listen.
I've told you guys like 9 times already, everybody, and it's literally I'm excited because it has a very aggressive knife hand, and I'm so excited.
Yeah, you and your knife handing.
I do it a lot, but I'm very excited for it. Okay.
You have a
So.
question in your chat.
Me?
Yeah, you.
All me? The full reference for my model? I do, yeah. I actually had a model previously, and then I didn't. I ended up going a different direction with the actual design of my OC. So the new model is actually the design of my new take on the character. So
Wonderful.
But tell you what, I have shown this off on socials a bunch, but I'll show it off on stream. Tell you what, I'm gonna mute myself in Discord so I'm not bothering y'all.
He says it like he's bothering us.
Draw a smiley face.
Oh god, I do. Ah.
Hello.
Also, Deckle? Well, 1 second. Let me get this. There we go.
Yeah.
Unmuted. Did you have any issues getting the mic to work on that headset? Because I finally hooked it up and plugged everything in, and like the mic just refuses to register.
No, I didn't.
I'll have to figure it out. Maybe a reboot will fix it.
Because it's detachable, you got it plugged in all the way, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There's a little line on it apparently that basically helps with that. Like if you see this line, it's not in enough.
Gotcha.
Also to my chat, so yeah, the pizza thing. Let me know so I can order that shit. So I can, because Actually, Cephas has the day off, so Cephas is here, and Cephas has agreed that whatever abomination, if I can't stomach the remainder of it, we don't. Number one, first of all, I can't eat toothpaste. Like Cephas was like literally pointing out, like with the
Yeah, that's not edible.
It's not like. Well, and also it's worse because like you need bile to take that out, and combined, I don't have a gallbladder, so it's like.
Yeah, no.
That could actually poison me. So now Cephas made a nice compromise for that one. If you guys want, it's not like I don't use toothpaste. It's just I don't eat it. I make special care to make sure I spit it all out. But Cephas did suggest maybe, since I do have some orange juice in the fridge, a glass of orange juice and dipping the pizza in it. If you guys really want to make me sick. But otherwise, Cephas's contribution to the pizza abominations was every sauce and no toppings.
The what?
Where you get no toppings in every sauce they offer.
Well,
I think he means
you're only getting
cheese,
one
too.
pizza, right? How are you gonna have people pick toppings if you have no toppings?
I mean, fried mozzarella stick. Stormy, I love your suggestions. I just don't know how I'm gonna make them happen.
Right. Ooh,
At the same time, we could delay to a different day as long as I can get to the grocery store then.
Get
Yeah, fried mozzarella sticks are absolutely banger on pizza.
get the
Would be.
get the boneless buffalo wings and slice them up and put them on the pizza.
It just sounds like the regular chicken with extra steps, but sure, if that's what you guys want me to do.
Yeah, that's probably true.
What would I miss? I was talking to chat.
One of the subathon things that we have is chat picks up my pizza, and I had to inform some people where it's just like that. Okay, like OJ and toothpaste is not possible.
Yes.
I offered to dip it in it.
But why?
Cephas suggested getting a pizza with every sauce. He also has given the contribution that, hey, if I can't stomach more than like a slice of it, he'll take the remainder. I was like, that's fair. He'll probably get it. I'm not terribly picky on trying things. At the same time, finishing a pizza that's gnarly, yeah.
Gnarly.
This local pizza shop near me does a like a pepperoni pizza, but they put fried mozzarella sticks on the top, just like any frozen grocery store mozzarella stick. They just put it on the top of the pizza and just kind of bake it in. It is so good.
There's an improv comedy club that's not far from my house, and it's literally just called the Improv. And they have a pizza, a signature pizza that's also called the Improv. And it literally says, only order this if you have no dietary restrictions. You will not get any choices about this pizza. We make whatever the fuck you can fill it. You might get a regular pepperoni pizza. You might get something with gummy worms in it. You don't know. And
Nice.
it's like, and the one that we saw that someone ordered while we were there, the second time I was there, was someone ordered it, and it was basically a mudslide pizza with pepperoni underneath the chocolate, which was the funniest shit, and actually didn't taste half bad because I got to try a little bit. It's like that actually was an oddly satisfying taste.
Huh. Oh, excuse me.
It did have actual liquor in it too. It was like an actual like Bailey's like on top of it, which was like that was weird.
So in when I was in Italy, several of the places that serve pizza had like a McDonald's pizza that was French fries, ketchup, mustard, and pickles on a pizza.
I know a lot of the pub foods around here would always have like this like I can't remember the name of the pizza place, but it's some like real like buffet one, and they'd always have like a macaroni and cheese and chicken tenders pizza. Like they'd always show it on the commercials. It was some chain, and it always looked very like I don't say low class, but like I don't know, it didn't look terribly fancy.
Mhm.
So I was like, it's interesting. To me, I hear that I just hear so the little kid pizza. That's the dinner every little kid wants. I mean, hell, my little sister was that way until she became more.
Right.
All right, so game. Had enough delays, which I know that they're kind of my fault, but stomach's giving me some issues.
You're good.
So,
Time to get
last
some
session
more Bucky's taffy.
Tickle just wants to make me envious. They have taffy and I don't. Shake.
I mean, honestly, same. like I also love particularly Bucky sour taffy. It's very, very, very tasty. So
Well, I'll have to get you some.
That'd be nice. I love saltwater taffy. All right, so the last one, you guys are doing some more investigations. As you were flying about, you got a call from. Actually, I think there was a little bit before that. You talked with the Rhodian, Resh, who gave you some intel about the droids. And as you were planning out your next step with the droids, you suddenly got a call from your contact. Was it Lord? No, I almost said Lord Kell. That's an entirely different adventure. Coruscant. Coruscant called you, and they got cut off and went quiet before the line got disconnected. And upon investigating, you sent in. I was at Stormy. You sent in Noel, and Noel made contact with some people where there was another group standing overhead that were kind of watching the scenario, and they found it suspicious enough that they went to try to arrest Noel. As the rest of you were across the alley, and basically watching as you spotted reconnaissance droids lining up at the exits, as well as there was a nearby presence of a rapid response dropship of the Coruscant Guard, which I find it funny that's their title. Shouldn't it be Imperial Center Guard? It could be Imperial Center Enforcers, because then they're just ice.
that truly sounds like some kind of knockoff like Power Rangers, though, I'll be honest.
So you fought with a couple of the undercover ones as well as the droid as the dropship came in and showed off some of its firepower, which was considerable when they blew up a speeder that you had been coming out and realized that they were about to fire upon, before Switch had a bus that had come a few seconds prior that you joined in, cutting the engines and giving a bit of a cross-section runaway where Noel took over and managed to fly it away and evade the pursuing droids, as the rest of you led them into, either shot them down or led them into some like a bright searchlight and such. So you finally lost all of them and managed to evade with Terran safely stowed, as well as the ironically enough, Lesan Dose was one of the people who was there. The Lieutenant Dose had been using a body double, and you actually temporarily killed him during the skirmish, but luckily Crash was able to bring him back to life, so you didn't lose out on any of that data. But we did hold off on the information. So I think that's about it. So your time is yours, however you'd like to proceed from here. I'm gonna go find my music.
Alright, you get to Wookiee that Imperial guy.
Oh, right. Are we intimidating this guy?
I mean, it's an Imperial that you've already fought, so I mean, I doubt that you're going to be able to sweet talk him at this point.
Right. I did kill him. So we're trying to interrogate this guy for information, right?
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Okay.
He's currently unconscious, so like...
Right, but are we looking for information from this guy about Sarlaac, or like what particular topic are we getting from him?
You know he's here. Let me get back to your information on him. Your basics, you know that he is an up-and-coming mid-level ISB agent. You know that he uses his ISB position to intimidate targets. He is best known publicly for exposing quote-unquote so-called alien plots to influence the Senate. He is widely believed by anti-imperial activists that his investigations are massive distortions of the truth. They're just utter farces at the worst. But he basically uses them to eliminate or arrest political dissenters. You know that he is the only Imperial that you have intel that is connected to the Sarlaac Project and seems to be working with that. You don't know what precisely all that is, but
Okay, so I guess really right now we're just trying to figure out what this guy knows about Sarlaac.
correct.
Yes.
Okay. How do I want to go about this? Better question. Miria and Noel.
Mhm.
If you leave it to me, I'm gonna be a little mean with him. So the question is, do we want to take a different approach to try and get this information, or attempt to, or should we just wake him up and get to the point?
At this point, we don't have a lot of time, and I don't think he's going to react too kindly to what we've done.
Right. Okay. Well, what kind of room are we in, Cursive?
You're still in the. You basically just ditched the bus, and then you guys were deciding to take a singular taxi to go back, which they're all automated, so it's not like they're gonna really frown much at you taking an unconscious man.
Right. So we're in a taxi?
That's where we left off. Was you guys ditched the bus?
Yeah.
Do we interrogate him in a taxi?
I mean, if you really want. Am I gonna say boo? No.
Or we get back to somewhere quiet and do it.
Yeah, somewhere quiet's gonna be better, truly.
And I think Ricky had suggested going back to the scratchy knuckle or whatever it was, the itchy knuckle.
Yeah.
He had suggested that, yes. We torture him with Jawa Poon.
We need to find somewhere quiet and secluded.
I mean, we know of a base that's just full of dead bodies right now.
True.
I mean,
Although
otherwise
somebody
you
might
also,
go looking into it.
You were also told that there are plenty of like hostels and stuff on the lowest level that are basically like 10 to 50 credits for the night, and generally are not a whole lot of questions asked. It's just not a whole lot of security either.
Oh yeah, nobody's going to be missing a ISB guy on the bottom levels.
Genuinely not. No.
I mean,
think
if they get the
that
call, that's the Imperials like, well, the fuck do we do?
Yeah, right. I think bottom floor or that abandoned base is probably our best bet. What do y'all think?
I say we go check out the lower levels, see what it's like.
Stormy?
Sounds good with me.
Okay. I guess where we're going.
Okay, what are you looking for on the bottom level?
I want to find a hostel that is equal parts dirty and low on business. Somewhere quiet, but somewhere far down. I want an underbelly that doesn't ask questions and, yeah, is pretty quiet. And I want a ton of through traffic.
I mean, there's a fairly, not like terribly well known one, but it's one that's known that the management doesn't. They basically just care that you pay the credits for the night. They are legally 15 credits a night, but they're known as Gertz Low Street Hostel. They're basically like, they're functional. They're basically a dormitory that looks like they're probably for long-term storage or long-term apartments, but they've turned it into nightly, and it's well used but not well cleaned.
That sounds perfect. That sounds like a dream date, truly.
Wonderful.
That's where we're going.
Okay. Yeah, it takes you about an hour to drop down, just like before, and actually taking the proper courses and all that. But
Yeah. So we're gonna drop down there, and then yeah, just like to get a room by ourselves. I don't want anybody else in there, because I know some hostels are kind of just like, yeah, it's one big old bunk room. No. I want like our own room.
yeah, they have different variety of those ones where it's like the cheapest one for 5 credits would be literally just a bunk in a massive barracks style setup that looked to be what before probably like larger like eating halls and such like that. And then they have smaller rooms that generally are not terribly well accommodations, but you basically have a room, and Like literally, the person at the front's like, I think there's still 2 beds in this one, as they basically give you the key, like temporary key code cylinder.
Sounds
Wonderful.
great. Truly, truly beautiful. And then yeah, this guy who I'm assuming is still unconscious. Yeah, I'm gonna take him into this room, and then assuming the room is pretty Spartan. This is Star Wars. I'm about to flex some mild Star Wars knowledge here. There should be, like, I would assume anyways, some like Durasteel piping and like other thick conduit somewhere along the walls.
Oh yeah, it has power. It has a very, like, you're getting that fluorescent blue lighting that's just like, and then like this is like a blackened Durasteel walls, so it's like it's a terrible aesthetic. But
Yeah, for sure, it's very dreary.
It's like there is absolutely no attempt. Like it looks like there might have been at one point, but it's all gone or ruined. But it's like,
Right.
yeah, there's still stuff. There's still like an indent in the wall that basically makes a very like crowded breakfast nook. You can see the stand of what probably was something like an internet terminal. There's still the internet terminal itself, but for the display, it's just gone.
I would like to, because it sounds very humorous to me, is there a pipe in this breakfast nook corner that I can take him? And I basically just want to put him in manacles through the pipe so that he's just bound to the pipe. Makes
Oh,
sense?
sure, yeah. We can say that it's tight that you like tie him around the table's like stand and his chin's down against the table.
Yeah,
And he
that's
just-
exactly. That sounds
Like
that sounds
he
perfect.
has like 4 inches of clearance off of it.
That sounds perfect. It's exactly what I want to do. And then I'm just going to grab a chair and a classic noir light and turn the light on above his head. Everything else is dark. And then just a chair that I'm sitting in staring at him. And then I want to rouse him awake.
Yeah. What's your total treat injury? Because it's an easy check. I think that you can do without even a check.
I will tell you treat injury is 14.
1 second. Someone's at my apartment door.
Okay.
You know why they call my friend the dentist?
Hello.
Oh my god.
Oh hey. Yeah. Give me 1 second. Let me buzz you up.
Sweet.
Curse if you're unmuted.
Okay. God damn it. This is so many AFKs. I need a second.
You're
My
fine.
parents just showed up. They probably brought some groceries over to help out.
Okay. No worries.
Tell them
That's fine.
then.
Oh yeah,
You're
make
back.
sure to mute.
I'm gonna mute.
You should totally
So I was talking to my chat.
that's cool. I was saying out of character, we should like drug this guy up and give him a nice Gamorrean wife.
Truthfully, what I'm thinking is we do this whole like interrogation thing, and then we just leave him here.
She did not mute.
I've got it.
Parents are coming up.
I've got it. There, got it muted. No, but I was saying, I still think that we should just like just interrogate him and then just leave him down here in the underbelly, cuffed to a table in one of the worst places we could find. Maybe he'll make it back. Maybe he won't. I don't know.
I mean, I don't really want to have him be back.
Oh,
I don't really
Well,
want to. I mean, I don't know.
no, it's okay. Don't worry about it. We can handle it another way. It's fine. Don't even trip, Chocolate Chip. Listen, you have morality because you're a Jedi, right?
Right?
I'm just I'm a pretty good Wookiee, and it's okay. But
You're
it's,
all right.
yeah. Now here's the thing. I was going to cut off several fingers of several people that we've come across, and fully accept dark side points for it. So
Oh dear.
it's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't even trip, Chocolate Chip. I got you.
I just, you know.
Well, the reality of it is, Technical, it kind of only ends one way. Because the
Try to
truth,
kill us.
he did try to kill us, and he's a member of the ISB, and he's seen our faces, and we're going to be on Coruscant for a while. So unfortunately, this truly only ends in one kind of way. And that's, you know?
his brain in a spider droid body.
Maybe. Or a jar that Ricky keeps on his bedside. Who's everyone's favorite Joker voice actor? Mark Hamill. For sure, Mark Hamill. Favorite Joker voice actor, bar none.
Yeah, that's true.
Probably not my favorite Joker. Potential hot take. Fucking. Why am I spacing his name? Joker from Dark Knight. Why am I spacing? Heath Ledger is actually my favorite Joker. Potential hot take.
I mean, no, that's totally fair. Live action
Jack
Joker
Nicholson's
for
also
sure.
pretty good, but like Heath Ledger, dude, fucking, he killed that role so hard. He killed it so hard he died. R.I.P.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sorry, that was very Nancy Reagan of me.
I mean, he died
Ooh.
afterwards filming a different movie, but yeah.
Stormy,
What's up?
you ever wondered to yourself how often Nancy Reagan claps back?
Every night, possibly every morning, and possibly every evening as well.
I think about it at least 3 times a week, personally.
There's actually a interesting movie. They finished it with a couple other actors playing the same character, which was interesting.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus, I think it's called.
That was a good one.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Because he passed away
That's
during the
movie.
filming.
That's what he was filming whenever he died? Oh my god.
Yep. He was cool. The all the other actors in that movie basically gave over their salaries to his kids.
Oh, that was really nice.
Aw.
Yeah.
I didn't, and I was in that movie. You know what I did? I fucking grabbed his kids by their face and mushed them to the ground. Okay,
Whoosh.
I pushed them into the dirt.
You bully.
I did. I
Bull-
bullied his kids.
Bullied.
I bullied them. When you're on set for a movie, so you bully the Joker's kids.
Right.
Should I unmute Cursive for just a moment to see if she's
She's not back yet.
okay?
I'm hearing Cursive in the background still talking to unknown peoples.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Oh, on her stream?
No, Discord.
Just in Discord.
Oh, I see. I muted her.
Yes.
Well, in the meantime, I'm going to grab some coffee and some water. I'll be right back.
Okay, day.
Champlin gave us a free calendar.
And there's a Cephist. Hello, Terry Newman. Welcome to the chat. Quiet down, Kirsten.
Well, at least chat can't hear.
Well, my chat could.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not streaming right now. I can let you know when Cursive comes back in if you need to mute her.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay. Yeah. I'm just sitting here eating some crab rangoons.
Crab Rangoons.
Oh yeah, I gave Mars my card and was like Uber Eats because we just drove, and
Nice.
I got crab rangoons. So I'm cracking open them crab rangoosey right now.
Yeah, I had the barbecue brisket and sausage for dinner.
Ooh.
Oh, Cursive is back.
Yep, Curse is back.
And you forgot the mute in Discord.
Oh. Did you guys hear all that?
Yeah, I turned it down so chat wasn't listening to you.
I mean, we could tell that there was voices, but couldn't.
The only one I
understand
heard
what was
clearly
saying.
was Cephist, which is interesting.
I'm sorry for any of the chats that heard that. I muted my stream, but not the Discord. So the funny thing is, I literally thought about that, but then I was like, I doubt that hears that, and it's like apparently it does, because like I want you guys to understand. If I lean back in my bed, you guys start saying I start fading away. Whereas apparently that one is like, oh, not even like 2 rooms away.
Nope, we get it all.
So apparently my mic. Well,
rooms.
maybe if I flip my mic up, maybe it's more sensitive from that other direction. 'Cause I
Some
have
of them
a
are
thing that
directional.
suspended.
Oh yeah.
I thought I have it set to omnidirectional, but I guess maybe this direction's worn out. All right, no, that's an official Star Wars song.
Don't you hate
Alright.
it?
Copyright free, except we lied. All right. So also to answer you, Gabriel, there is only one Joker voice actor for me, and that's Mark Hamill.
Yep, that's what we said.
The rest
For
are just
live action Joker,
Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger for sure. But
Like, I know a lot of people like Jared Leto, and he did a good job, but I feel like Heath Ledger still owned it.
mm-hmm.
All part of the plan. I just said, all right.
Mhm.
Goblin, you still here? They brought me a
Goblin
last
went to
time.
go get a quick cup of coffee, but we should be good.
Cup of Joe.
Cup of Joe.
I just had one before when I sat down with the mashed potato.
Kill you?
Yeah, they-
Why would I kill you?
They brought me Propel. I love Propel.
Hell.
A big old thing of it too. 12 of it. I love it. Yeah, I didn't know if we were gonna meet up and do something, or if they were gonna just come. And so it's like it was a bit of a surprise, but I still a bit of a surprise, but a welcome one.
A surprise, to be sure.
Thank you. They brought me fresh eggs too, so I can make some stuff with that. All right. Well, we'll wait for him so he can do his interrogation.
What
Oh,
was
God.
that old sports drink? You were talking about Propel. It was Gatorade, Powerade, and back in the day, it was all sport.
All Sport, yeah, I remember All Sport. I liked it. They had it in the machines at my high school.
Ooh,
I remember I liked it better than Gatorade because I thought it tasted better. Now I remember
It does.
I remember it's stronger flavored because now I hate it because I like that Gatorade is like more subtle. That's why I like this Gatorade. It's closer to Propel. Propel's very subtle too. Welcome back, Goblin. I'm sorry for the AFK there. If you want to take over the
Welcome back.
interrogation.
Thank you.
Would you like to helm the investigations?
These aren't the droids you're looking for. Can
Based?
I unmute cursive yet?
Harvest, you are.
Yes.
Yeah.
Goblin.
I'm literally talking to him.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't want to I didn't know if you were going to be talking to your parents or whoever, but I said.
I mean, I was talking with them a little bit, and I apologize. I didn't realize how clear it was going to be.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine. I didn't want to be like, oh, hey, here's your full name, on my stream. So-
Right.
That's fair. They did bid me. Well, anyways. Okay. So yes, you have him. You have him tied to what is effectively like a McDonald's table booth. It only goes in it only goes in enough for one person to sit uncomfortably on each side of it.
Can I
Wonderful.
amend? Can I amend one thing since we have him strapped down here? I was hoping to kind of retro, just kind of one little thing, right? I was wondering, do rats exist in Star Wars? I forget, traditional rats, just a rat.
I mean, there are things that are rat-like, yeah, I suppose.
Yeah, there's little critters. There's not exactly rats.
Okay. But
kind of marsupial based.
do you know
they
if they
usually hop
happen to
around.
like chew through a great deal of pipes or
Yeah.
like other kinds
Yeah.
of
Sure.
materials?
Yeah, they
Can
definitely
I go collect one of those outside before I wake him up?
do. That is something I would allow for a take 20 on. So I'd say, what's your survival plus take plus 20?
My survival. One second.
Well, you could fail. There's no punishment for failure.
My My survival is a 14.
14, so 34. Yeah, I'd say that's reasonable. You could catch one. I would probably ask for a roll to just handle it, to basically not get yourself bit.
Okay.
Are you
Oh, yeah.
getting a metal bucket as well?
I am gonna get a metal bucket and a torch.
Okay.
Oh,
Very good.
Oh my
no.
god.
Very
Oh my
good.
God.
Okay.
Hello, Daiko.
So yeah. So you need a handle animal or something.
Yeah, what like a survival, if you got something relevant, if you'd like to roll it.
It's so odd to me they don't actually have a handle animal.
Yeah, especially since there's actually like a bioengineer class, and it's like,
Oh, yes, this was a interesting time to come into chat.
Oh yeah, you're here
We're
for a
interrogating
treat.
an Imperial intelligence officer for information on a
yeah, we're
secret project.
we're about to pull a Fast and the Furious 2 / Game of Thrones moment here. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah. So I guess here you have a survival. I don't know what other relevant skill to.
Survival's the most sense to me. It's just not getting bit by something that might have a. Yeah, okay. So you managed to handle it in a way that you're not like getting bit by something that potentially has like rabies.
Right.
Got a Wookiee
well,
with rabies.
That'd be horrific. So back whenever I bought Ricky a toolkit, I bought myself one as well, and in there is also a torch, right? Like a small like plumbing torch.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
Yeah. You know exactly what I'm about to do with this too.
Oh yeah, 100%.
What I'm doing before I wake him up, because he's strapped to this table, is I'm going to leave the bucket upright, I guess, right? And leave his creature in there and then cover the bucket with something so it doesn't get out, right?
Okay.
I just want him to be able to see the bucket and the torch and myself whenever he opens his eyes, right?
I like that my music was playing the Mos Eisley Cantina theme, and I'm like, yes, that's perfectly. Yeah, all right then.
And then, yeah, I think I'm just going to, I don't know if gently is the right word, but not super violently. I'm going to slap him awake.
Okay, yeah, we determined with your treat injury to be able to do that without a check. So yeah, you managed to rouse him a bit roughly. We'll say just so that as he just kind of.
Oh, no, don't
He
scream.
yanks on the thing and just.
No, you
Where
see.
the blazes am I?
Oh, hold on. It's not your turn. So here's a few rules. You're not going to scream. If you do scream, I'm going to kill you, right? And more than that, I've done it once. You might remember I was the one that hit you with an axe. Now, here's what's going to happen. You're not going to make any noises I don't want you to. You're not going to do anything I don't want you to. And the minute I feel like you are doing something I don't want you to, I'm going to remove a digit, right?
Oh my goodness.
And anything bad, and I'm going to show you what's in the bucket. And it's going to be a very large problem for you. Do you understand?
I suppose, but go ahead and give me a persuasion for intimidate. So if you want, you can use your Wookiee. If
I'm going to Wookiee that.
looks gross.
25.
Okay, let me take a peek at his stats. We'll see.
Let's see. What is that thing? Hold on. Let me
Holding
redeem
on.
it. Let me redeem it. Give a hero a force point.
There you go.
Chat. Oh, hold on. Roll. Roll a free force point with that. If Cursed will allow it.
Yeah, that's what that's there for.
Sure. Haha, 27.
Worth it.
I love it. All right, so. Wow, good job, Stormy. His will defense is a 26, so he wasn't going to be.
Wow.
Stormy
No
literally.
way.
Like, I love that someone taught me this command. I literally. But,
That's insane. We're one off.
just so you can see it in the Saga campaign chat. So you can see, no fooling. You can see his name up there.
Let me look.
Yeah.
I believe
Yeah.
it. I just want to
Yeah.
look
Will
anyway.
26.
Wow. That's amazing.
Oh, that's why he had a plus 18 perception.
Ah.
Yeah, he was standing above you like, oh, isn't that cute? Because he rolled like a 17 on his like sense motive too. He's like, That's a good argument, but why is he literally behaving in the most... Like, I had him, like, literally sus of you. Not, like, fully, like, okay, but they're like, okay. And it mentioned if they're even vaguely suspicious, they bring you in for questioning. If they know you are, they're going to arrest you and basically just ship you off. Because he's just whatever. And if you said his name before his double said it, like, it has a whole thing for, like, how to run that. But
yeah. So I say all that to him, and make sure make sure he understands the rules of the game.
Yeah, so first he seems like he's just kind of like, okay, and then you just kind of loom in as he can barely see the figures in the darkness and the uncomfortableness of the table. As far as he knows, he might be light years away from Coruscant, as he's just in some terrible little squalor pit he probably doesn't even imagine down there.
Right.
There's a little flicker of fear in his eyes, but he just kind of gives you. He's like, all right, if you're obviously here to talk, so talk.
Okay, that would be great, actually. I think just for effect, I'm just gonna pull my vibro dagger out of my boot. It's not on, right? It's just like turned off, and I'm just gonna kind of like mess with it, just kind of like dance around with it, like while I'm talking to him. Like, so I want to know a few basic things first, and we're gonna go ahead and do a trust building exercise. And I just want you to know that I really hate being lied to. So we're gonna start this off very simple. What is your first and last name?
He kind of inhales a bit and just said, Lieutenant Lisan Dos.
Okay. Well, it's good to meet you. So, who do you work for?
Just imagine that really polite British voice saying all this too.
Exactly. It's like a British female. Just, who do you work for?
I'm going to cut off digits. And it's just that. I work for the ISB.
Okay. Do you know who we are?
And you're the ones that attacked me in the alley.
No. That's not what I'm asking. Do you know my name?
He kind of gets this quizzical look. No, I don't believe we've met.
Oh, that's good. Just making sure. You wouldn't be lying to me, would you? Just kind of point the knife at him.
I don't need to lie.
That's very good. Then it seems you'll stay whole. Okay. Next question. What do you do for the ISB?
Daddy gets a little bit of a smirk to him that you might want to just see. I help them eliminate aliens that get in the way.
Oh, and then you were eliminated by an alien that got in the way. And then he saved you, and now you're attached to a table. That's embarrassing.
The smile fades a bit.
That's just a shame. Man, sure smells like shit down here, right? Anyways,
Sir, I smell vengeance.
I know you. We're getting to that. Hold on, you're breaking the tension.
Sorry, sir.
It's okay. You have the right spirit. I love you. All right. Sorry, that was my nephew.
Sounded like a droid.
Yeah,
it is.
Family is who you make it. Now, I have other questions though. So you say you hunt aliens that get in the way of the Empire. What else do you do for them? You work on anything in particular? Any cool projects been coming up lately?
Kind of keying into that other one. He's like he kind of like pulls away, but realizing he's stuck in like seeing the vibro dagger and just probably like a little bit of noise coming. Like I imagine like the creature you have in the bucket is probably not exactly quiet.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's very upset. I grabbed him outside. He was eating something.
Yeah. And so it's like he kind of like reconsiders his options. It's clear that he wants to resist, but at the same time is well aware. It's just
Mr. Dose, I just want to make something very clear, right? You
kind of reblinks and looks at you.
You are in my care, right? Now, here's the thing. I've done horrific things to people in your exact uniform, right? I guess maybe not ISPs. I've done horrific things to the Imperials, right? I once jumped off of a speeder bike and cut one of you in half. Okay, it's not something I generally like to brag about, but I just want you to know that you're in my care, which means one of two things, right? I could save your life like I did previously, or I can take your life like I did previously, right? And either way, I would prefer for you to I prefer it if you were able to keep your dignity intact. So I'm going to speak very forwardly now, right? And more or less, your well-being is in fact hinged on your answer. Okay, so I'm going to ask you now, in no shorter terms, what do you know about Project Sarlaac?
He kind of inhales. He's like, I worked so hard to keep even those words out of the mouths of anyone that wasn't a connect, and yet now strangers I don't even know seem to know. You would think I would have briefed on you.
You would think.
Yeah, I don't think you've heard of us. We're not really anything too big time, but I definitely heard about you.
You just got size. That makes it so much worse.
Oh, it does. And I definitely heard about you before we landed. So I was briefed. Now, like I said, I would prefer this to be very straightforward, and I would prefer not to cut you apart. So please, what do you know about Project Sarlaac? This will be the only time I'm going to ask you nicely. Anything further, and it's either going to be the blade or the bucket.
Not that I think you're not unwilling to do either in those cases, but give me one more persuasion just for that, and we'll see how resistant he is. Because he's already talked a bit. We'll see how, because it's like, he's supposed to be fairly resistant, but at the same time it says that he will.
Do I want to Wookiee at 21? Yeah, I do. Yeah, I sure do.
Wookiee that.
Oh, it's a nat 1! Oh no! I have to roll with it. Yeah, how about that? I farted whenever I said that to him.
I mean, I'll give you a reroll, but this is just going to be, you're going to have to, I mean, I don't want to go into detail on a Twitch stream, but suffice just because I think that if we do that, that might be a little bit too close, and like, advocating for torture is not exactly...
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
How about this? So that we don't have to do it like that, why don't I assist
Noel's getting out his dentistry tools.
Way. Yeah, so I'll get out my dentistry tools, and I won't roleplay this just for the sake of not overpowering the amazing roleplay that I just witnessed, by the way. So he'll say something of like, I'm running out of patience, you're about to run out of teeth, and I will burn a destiny point.
Oh, I don't you have to burn a destiny point on this one, Stormy. I was just literally going to offer someone else to take a roll on the same thing. It's just, okay, he's not intimidating this one, but someone else could be. Because like, if you really want to, I won't say no. But at the same time, it's like, I suppose you do have an abundance of them, given the misstep with the destiny points I did. So it's like, it's up to you. Otherwise, I know you guys have other options too, so it's really just what you want to do.
Okay. I do have an abundance of destiny points, and I think this does kind of go towards fulfilling my destiny of corrupting someone, and I will be Lieutenant Lasandos, corrupting him away from him fulfilling his duty to the Empire.
Okay, that's a very good argument too.
And I have subtracted a point, and I now have 8 destiny points remaining.
There you go.
And destiny point if the Jim could just be okay. So yeah, as you kind of get forward and get into it, he kind of gives a re-look there. He's like, I'd rather not lose body parts, and you understand that. If I had any indication that there might be someone coming through that door, but I don't even know if we're still on Imperial Center. As he kind of confirms what I kind of alluded to, and so it's just the... So I suppose in the interests of both your time and my coldness, I work in a building that's known as the Amici Spire. I have assisted in its construction. I am fairly... Apart from the levels that are restricted to the Inquisitors proper, but I am part of the Inquisitors as far as application, and some mild training against certain intrusions.
Not good enough, apparently.
He kind of pauses and just looks over at you.
Eyes on me, Chief.
My code cylinder has a section that can be slid back. There's a input. It doesn't look like such. They look like just buttons for programming. They are not. They are actually a keypad that allows access to all the levels that I have authority over. I can tell you the basic rundown, provided you are being truthful about my appendages and teeth.
Oh, we'll leave them all attached to you for sure. So whenever we were leaving with this guy, Cursive, as a reminder, I did strip him of all of his like comm links and everything because it was that helmet.
Yeah.
Right. I gave the rest of his stuff, like I was saying, like if he had a data pad or anything else he had that would have been useful, I gave all that to Ricky. So I don't know if Ricky would have kept that code cylinder or not.
I mean, you guys just got that stuff, so I mean, yeah, I don't think anything would be gone yet.
Fair enough.
And his whole loadout, getting back to him, was a blaster pistol, stun baton, an encrypted comlink, an encrypted code cylinder, and a secure credit chip, which Ricky did loot. That part Ricky took was 500 credits, but he was able to basically just download that, so he basically has an empty secured credit chip.
Right.
Otherwise, then yeah, sure enough, if you had investigated the code cylinder, it's exactly as he describes.
Okay.
Otherwise, let me scroll forward. I can give the actual description of what he mentions to you. So what he can tell you is... Okay, it's not the right page for describing it. My apologies. Let me just scroll back. So
while he's describing how to do this, can I have Droidy McDroidface record him on Holo telling us how to do it?
Ooh.
Yeah, he can do that.
Okay.
So he would inform you that there's a tower construction with a control with Imperial security that will look for a permit to land, but he's just point out that he's not part of the ones for it, but is part of one of the ones that just inspects. So he could give you some minor ones if you've ever got one. He could confirm that. It's part of the enormous section that's called the Crystalline Plaza, which has many crystal sculptures and structures from around the galaxy. But it's a very, I mean, just from your other checks that you know that it's very heavily patrolled by Coruscant guards. But otherwise, he could tell you that, and he just said, would you like a full rundown?
Oh, yes.
So what I can tell you is that there is, actually, I'm going to double check that that's correct with the, apologies. So 89, he can get basic rundown. Okay, so he knows the layout. So what I know is supposed to be there. I don't know how many are complete or not, other than a few that I know they're still working on. I know going from the top down, there from the ones that I work on, level 189 is going to be restricted, and that is going to be restricted to the Inquisitor level of clearance. The level 188, I believe, is going to be housing data for said Sarlaac Project. I know both of those levels are incomplete, as well as the ones below 87 and 86. 187 and 86 are going to be a communications node, also incomplete. There's going to be a delivery/hangar level just below those at 185. Where the ISB is receiving local offices. Some of them are mostly complete at this stage, and construction has all been completed on those. For 151 all the way up to 184. 126 to 150 are Imperial Information Offices. 76 to 125 we're designating for Compnor, and they're working together with their viewpoints and representatives. 2 to 75 are going to be Collective Commerce District Government Offices, because they work so closely with the Imperial Senate. The Plaza level 1, is going to be the main entry and lower construction headquarters for everything else while it's being built. Sublevels 1 to 10 are building support services. There's a service entry on sublevel 2. Sublevels 11 to 15 are going to be restricted for sheer access through the speeder tubes. Building security is housed in sublevel 16, as well as an express elevator. And then sublevels 17 to 20 are utility supply links, tunnels for things like artificials and zero oxygen tubes, as well as the emergency power station. 190 and above, I do not know what is there, and I know that is 10 floors that I'm unfamiliar with. Been left out of the loop on the list.
How many Inquisitors?
A few tend to come by. We used to get further inspections from one in particular, some
Draco?
Draco something, but we haven't heard from him in some time.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't imagine you're going to. So, Draco's not there anymore. So you said just a few? How many? 2, 3, 4? The whole team? Do they play games together? Is it a chess
Sorry,
club?
I'm peeking. They don't usually base there yet because it's still under construction. They are based, I mean, no more than a half hour away. There's, I mean, one of the Inquisitorious training centers is within the Crystalline Plaza.
Right.
What are they doing? What is this project?
I am just in charge of security and of these levels as well during the construction phase.
Are you being dishonest with me?
You can give me a perception.
Could anyone in the room roll perception on that?
You sure can.
Perceive.
Perceive! Can Droidy roll a perception?
I mean, I suppose, why not? Yeah, he has a 11 to it. Let's see. And he rolled 11, 22.
Hey.
You're all feeling like he's, I mean, like, especially Kresh, like you're feeling like he's kind of resigned, like, to the degree of just the, like, well, I guess we're doing this kind of mentality.
Right, he's already in it. Okay.
I mean, it wouldn't take much to realize that it's like, the Inquisitors are, they're not going to be able to mind control everything straight out of him, but they might detect, like, guilt, and, like, at that point, then he's pretty fucked. So,
I think I'm like looking at him, and I think I'll let out like a very, like the Chewbacca style, like very kind of like a low chuckle, and like put the knife back in my boot, and I'll sit down across from him.
imagine you like squishing in there.
Squishing in with him.
I'm sitting across from him. I'm just gonna move the bucket slightly so I can meet his eyes, and then like, you put your elbows on a table or something, and then you kind of put your palms together, and you rest your head in your palms. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're
I'm gonna
talking
do that
about.
and stare at him. Be like, they're gonna kill you, right? Like, it doesn't matter if you gave us to us willingly or not. Your boss is not exactly a kind person.
I have gathered that from the Inquisitorious, yes.
So the better question is, say I believe you. What do I do with you? Because I can't let you go. You've seen my face. You've seen my friends. In fact, you fought us. Which means that not only do you know us, you know what we're capable of. So I would like you to be honest one more time, right? And I'm going to pull my blurg, the holdout blaster, I'm going to lay it on the table. I'm going to give you a moment to convince me to not end you right now, because your life appears to be over unless you leave Coruscant, which, again, is the name of the planet, Coruscant.
Sorry, part of me was tempted to have just Droidy in the background. Well, actually, technically, sir, 5 years ago, just
Nope. We don't go off
no,
that.
he's not doing that.
But yeah, I'm just
Ricky
gonna lay
has
this
taught you
black
better,
person-
son.
I said I was tempted to have him do it. He didn't do that.
Right. But no, I'm gonna lay this blaster on the table, say what I said, and I'm just gonna stare at him, wait for an answer.
He just kind of sighs and looks anxiously. I suppose there's, at the same time, well, there are plenty of people I put in a similar situation. I should have maybe given some more thought if it were ever turned. I just simply didn't think it would.
That's what I love about you Imperials. You're equal parts arrogant and brash, and I never know which part is gonna weigh out more. But you seem to be a slight bit smarter. So, like I said, you got one shot, or I'm gonna get one shot. Now, what's it gonna be?
Part of me just simply wonders if this is just some twisted level of well, and he just kind of stops. I suppose if there's something else, I mean, I am quite good at security. Maybe I'll work for something that is less scrupulous about a past. But
So I should just let you go. Free of charge. Trust you at your word.
I suppose it's up to you. What do you think?
That's a good question.
I suppose there is the one thing of the keypad code. I did tell you it has one.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of makes a face at you. There could very well be a system on there to lock it out if an incorrect code is put in. I mean, it is a high security facility.
Oh, this is the part where you barter for your life for the key code. Right. After liberating a planet from you guys, as well as doing half the other things, including killing
He
Draco,
raises an eyebrow at that.
I'm really not concerned about a keypad. So you're gonna have to have a better bargaining chip, and I'm gonna take the gun and press it to the side of his head. Now, I would like that keypad number, as a matter of fact, and in the spirit of honesty, allow me to be honest. You have until I count to 5, right? So 1, 2, and I'm going to shoot him at 5.
I understand. You stay silent.
Okay. 3.
Wookiee wouldn't be offering you the chance if he meant only to kill you.
I don't have anything else he wants. I don't know what else he... Apparently it's...
You don't have a key code?
Oh, I already said that when he said that doesn't matter. So at that point, then, if he wants something else, then...
Oh, damn, that sucks. Well, then I actually misread that. I apologize. I think I say that to him out loud and then press the gun away. Well, okay. Look, I'm sorry. I get irrational around UMs. Okay, you guys make me very uncomfortable. You're all very xenophobic. But I need assurances. What can you give me that lets me know that you aren't going to tell the ISB on us?
I suppose if I were in your situation and it was somebody I was afraid were going to tell some...
You would shoot me like a dog in the street, is what you would do.
If I couldn't. Or what? I suppose wouldn't isn't exactly a good argument for you. But we'll use the argument if I couldn't, for whatever reason. We'll say you're the diplomat's son of Kashyyyk, as he does make a bit of an embellished face with that, but just, I suppose I would lock you in a closet until after I was done doing whatever I needed to do with anyone that knew you.
That's a fair point.
Hey, Kresh, he said a fun word there. He said the word son. What if we got the location of his family?
Well, it's a bit distasteful. I mean, I know I used to do stuff for the Hutts, but no, it's fine. Besides, Mr. Dose here seems a type that's probably married to the job. But you do bring up a pretty good point. But I'm afraid I can't really go through with that. So I'm going to blindfold him, right? I'm just going to take like a section of my old temperature cloak. I'm going to blindfold him, right? And then quietly, like not verbally, I'm going to gesture to Miria and Noel and to Droidy McDroidface that we're all about to leave.
Okay.
And then I'm going to press the gun to his forehead. And then I'm actually going to charge it, like chamber it, right? And then be like, sorry, you have to understand, I got to look out for all of us. I hope you get it. And then I'm just going to quietly back out of the room without letting him hear that I ever, like, I guess I pulled the gun off of his head, but like, I don't want him to, I want him to believe that I'm still just standing there. And then we're just going to leave. It's going to walk out of the room.
Okay.
You don't want to leave Ricky with him?
Nah.
No, we know how that's going to turn out.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought about it. I almost rickied him, to be honest, but it'd be better just to leave him bound in the bottom of Coruscant as an ISB agent, blindfolded in some shitty hole.
I mean, yeah, if that hotel knows he's an ISB agent in there, then he's probably pretty boned anyways.
Oh, just leave his leave a copy of his ID sitting on the table next.
Yeah, I think I'll take his ISB badge and leave it on the table next to the bucket that's full of I'm assuming a screaming space rat. And he's just blindfolded attached to this.
All right, now
table.
their identification's on the code on the comm link, so unless you don't, or not the comm
Oh
link,
no, we need the code cylinder.
comm cylinder.
Oh no, never mind then.
It's
Never
like
mind.
they plug that into a terminal and then it displays their ID.
Gotcha.
So
No, okay, never mind then. Never mind. I just leave him blindfolded and what do they call handcuffs in this? What do they call handcuffs?
Binders.
Yeah, binder. I leave him binder cuffed and blindfolded to that table with a bucket of a screaming marsupial rat.
I would say that Droidy would probably chime in with the that our contact Terran did say that he found pictures and data. We could always upload that to something more publicly available to the surrounding area.
Oh, that'd be fantastic. That sounds like a great plan. Let's do that. Oh, and Droidy, if we see him again, right? In the event that we see him again, can you just take that holo I had you record and send it to the ISB?
I mean,
Assuming we have a comm link of that way, yeah.
Okay. I just want to send them just a, like, very disembodied, just him explaining the layout of Project Sarlaac. Like,
Yeah, the levels in detail.
Exactly. Yeah, because I had Droidy that. So in the event that we see him again, that's just going to go to the ISB.
Yeah, that's something you could easily store in his memory.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
it
the
for
one-
me.
Yeah.
Make an ISB agent shit his pants 101.
I would say that would definitely qualify for your corruption there, Noel. You weren't wrong in that regard.
Fantastic.
Yeah, that guy's probably not gonna. Like, I doubt he's gonna go straight to the. Well, I mean, there's no real Rebel Alliance just yet. But it's like at the same time, it's like, oh, that guy's probably gonna end up with a HUD if he survives tonight.
right.
So
Some-
long as he doesn't end up in our vicinity, don't care what he does.
Some outer rim security force.
And for the record, chats, okay, for the record, I wasn't gonna actually torture him a lot, just a little.
Just a little bit.
Just
a little.
Just a
A
small.
little spiciness.
I would have felt bad for the rat.
It would have been just the tip.
Oh, I would have 100% collected his teeth.
I'm being.
Well, that's
polite.
your
If this
that's
would
your
be-
profession, no?
If this was a non-streamed game, then it'd be a very different story, and Crash would probably have dark side points.
All right, so yeah, from there it's really up to you guys. But I mean, you are probably on. I mean, you already know that the ISB is already a little on your tails. They're probably back working wherever you came from through whatever cameras they can. You do know that there's still the potential of a droid lead, but you have heard of this Spire now. You could potentially try to get a closer look at it without necessarily going right at it.
What do you guys want to do? I just talked my face off out of character.
Well, I don't really know how to approach this place without being obvious.
I mean, you have two contacts that might be able to help you. Terran might know, otherwise Ito or Ro might be able to offer some insight.
Which one
Which
is
one did
that?
we save?
Ito Ro is the kid infochant.
Oh, the info guy.
I'd rather not go to him if we don't have to.
We had the other guy, right? Because we rescued him.
Yeah, who's that? Who's the guy that we rescued in that last
Resh,
fight?
Resh the Rodian.
Whatever
he's-
happened to him?
He's at your ship. You guys said you would give him a ride off planet.
Oh, right.
Oh no, I didn't mean him. I meant the guy that we just saved from the ISB.
That's Terran. That was the first one I mentioned.
Aaron.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we should ask them.
Yeah. He's not like, you know, he's bruised, but he's not out of the fight. So, first of all, any data that let me get as far as 'cause there's a little bit of data on the tower. I'll make sure that we have it then. That's...
Oh.
Okay, so Taryn would point out that there's probably a few ways that we could do that. There's one is if we could, it'll probably take some bribes to the construction workers and see the ones working in that area he knows are basically contracted to secrecy, and so we're gonna have to grease some palms in order to get any for that. But if we could get a description of the building material, their staging area, and then any access they use. We might be able to replicate it, especially with your skill in computers.
Okay.
But we will have to investigate for that one. Otherwise, however, the other option is that if we feel confident in our ability, or well, you wouldn't say our, but if you feel, actually, he would be able to. That you're going to need a special approved speeder model as well as special passes, which we would have to go to Core Craft, as they're the primary contractor and supplier, and then we'd have to forge our employment order, which we could do. Otherwise, that one would be bringing us down at the construction level, which is very much lower than where it sounds like the 180 levels are where all the secret stuff are, which landing up closer there would be more important. Now, in order to land up there, we probably need to disguise ourselves as some level of Imperial agents, stormtroopers, or Coruscant guard, which means we're going to have to move past the construction workers and construction security if we don't have the proper codes. Because of your work with those, it seems like we do have potentially the codes, but we have one shot at it. If we fuck it up, we're going to sound all manner of alarms. The vicinity of the Inquisitors as well as the ISB headquarters that are not that far means that we'll probably have maybe a quarter of an hour once the alarms go off. We should assume that much, and then we'll have to try to figure out an evacuation. Which, at that stage, means we'll probably can assume within about 20 minutes we'll probably have the Imperial Navy on our face. But
Right. Well, the escape's the easy part. They got any windows? I kind of give Miria a nudge and then go back to what we were talking about.
Let's not go all Cloud City on us this again.
otherwise, if we can get to a public terminal, we might be able to get the actual building plans. If we get to an Imperial terminal, it might be easier, but we'd have to get to one that's... But... Otherwise, the other option is if we take some... We'd have to get a ESM kit. Basically, they're modified scanners and receivers. We might be at that frequency that you mentioned when we first spoke on, that your contact said they were detecting transmissions on.
Mm-hmm.
We'd have to get within about 5 kilometers if we were going to use any ESM kit. If we can get that close, we have to be very cautious with our computer, but because we could try to detect precisely where the transmissions are located, that would tell us an exact floor and location of the floor. However, if we fail that, we will have them right on our ass.
So really, no matter which way we go, we have one shot, or it's bust.
Pretty much.
Gotcha.
And we should assume that most likely anything at that point is going to be a severe outcome.
Right. Well, playing to our strengths and weaknesses, I don't think... I think I'm a little tall for a stormtrooper, so I don't think that's quite going to work for me. But...
They're still working on all those floors, right? If we have the right codes, we should be able to pretend to be workers.
Do you know if they have any, if they have alien crews that work on this place?
For heavy lifting, and I mean no offense, Master Wookiee, but they would certainly be using Wookiees for the heavy lifting, girders, anything with major welding, given that's what they like to put you on.
Yeah, it's okay. You don't give any offense. It's all right.
We'd have to probably hide your armor somewhere.
True. Have to put that away. It's a little too bright.
At the same time, it would be expected you'd be bringing in building tools and materials.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if any of you feel confident in posing as an Inquisitor themselves, as you could try to say that you're going to that level. It is a restricted construction.
Well,
I don't believe we have any of the helmets handy, but not that all of them wear the helmets.
I suppose I've met a couple.
I think Crash is gonna do like that comedic slow turn of his head towards Miria. Like, you for sure have to be an Inquisitor.
Didn't you sell off the red Kybers?
Oh, yeah.
I still have one.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess you could light up a red lightsaber. That'd be a sizable. Also, just the amusement factor of lighting up a red lightsaber on a planet where they're utterly illegal. It's just that, like, I'd say that'd probably be a pretty good intimidation to anyone who balks at you.
Right.
More so if they know exactly how you get them. It's just that, have a nice day, man.
Yeah, right. I don't want that kind of trouble. I'm gonna defer actually, just because like this, as much as out of character, this clandestine cat and mouse stuff, it's beautiful and I love it. But Crash is very bad at it, so I'm gonna defer. It's whatever path you guys want to take.
I mean, I trust us on the ground in there more so than, not to say that Ricky can't get us good info, but then we're just relying on luck to not ruin the plan before we ever get any info.
Do we think that there's anything worthwhile at this droid services? Or do you feel like you have enough info to move without that?
Droid services.
Over in Cocoa Town, right?
Yes. And they're both in Cocoa Town, actually.
I mean, maybe we should look into it.
We should. We should be diligent and do our homework. If we only have one chance of this, we might as well make it the best chance we can.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. You may want to get some rest and then make it all one day of it, because as much as you could go overnight now, that would give you probably the biggest jump on any ISP chasing you, but you've been doing a lot today. I.e. out of character, it's like he can even see most of you are probably exhausted, and so you'll basically be taking penalties because of just exhaustion.
Yeah, we need to rest.
I'd say that those of you with street injury could administer like adrenaline effectively. I forget what it's called. There's a Star Wars universe equivalent, because I know the Battlefront games use it.
I mean, I only need
That
2
could be called
hours force trance, but
I could use a solid 8.
yeah.
Yeah.
So how about this? I will go and try and take a look at I'll just take a path that's non-restricted, and I'll see if I can get some visual scans of the spire.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just be safe, okay?
Yes, they clearly
not
already know about you.
I'm simply just going to take a pathway around, and don't worry, I have other code cylinders. So apart from a little bit of facial reconstruction, and I can pass for someone different, I think.
Speaking of which, what exactly happened back there to you? I mean, because we got there and you were already unconscious.
So I went to the death stick room, like we normally were, to call, and I had been looking into this one here, and I had certainly found, and he made it clear of as far as what he had seen. I had been looking into his whereabouts, and then finally I found some pictures that I had to pay a small credit fee for, and the pictures were at the Outlander, and then worse yet, they seemed to be time-stamped fairly near. So I didn't see him down below. But then when I went up to the Death Stick Lounge, I went to call you, and who else came in but him, and then this larger human fellow and he'd be able to describe the one that came out. As he describes the look, you realize it's the one that kind of tried to arrest Noel from behind.
Mm-hmm.
They had me at blaster point and held up a finger, and I didn't say anything to them, but they did seem to manage to get some data off my data pad. So my false Imperial identity is probably compromised, but that I still have plenty of others.
Okay. Well, then yeah, we should probably rest, and you should probably be safe.
Mm-hmm.
He just kind of gives a nod, and I'm going to try to. And like I said, I'm just going to simply do a flyby. I'll just tell the computer to record the flight path. So I'm not going to risk them counter-indicating me taking pictures from within a taxi. So they shouldn't be that worried if a flight recorder is engaged.
Okay.
Basically, he's just going to have the frontal camera on and basically just record.
Right.
And then basically use a droid to basically construct that into a 3D image.
Which is so cool.
appreciate the rescue, by the way.
Of course.
All right. The droid itself, I didn't give a solid one, so you can feel free to call in on behalf of Astromech Delights. Basically, is the company that I've set up for looking for information from droid services. You'd be looking for their customer satisfaction office. They could give you general information. You'll have to somehow get it out of them or get to one of their terminals, and then that should allow you to either find or even potentially make contact with CZ326.
So we could potentially create a distraction and let, someone good with computers get to one of the terminals, yeah?
Yeah.
I have an idea, but I feel like we can't do this without Brothulu being here.
I think I want to mention to you guys one of the other times where it's like if you have a locked door that a character needs a skill to do, I'll allow you to use that character when they're not here, because it's like otherwise you might have doors that are utterly locked.
My idea is, like, he said that the fake company he made was Astromech Delights, right? To go interact with the entity that we need to go interact with. What if we had who is a high deception? Like, Noel, do you have a decent deception?
I do have a pretty good deception.
What if we sent Noel and Droidy in there, and Noel be the representative of this company, and then he just starts complaining about Droidy and just starts making up something wild about Droidy there in the lobby.
He has a British accent.
Just a huge fuss about Droidy, and then we just let Ricky slip in.
Astromech just keeps talking about beating people up and glorious combat and.
Why does he sound so turn of the century?
And no, he actually sounds futuristic. Don't forget, Galaxy, long time ago.
Oh, yeah, why does this guy sound like he's from the year 1902?
So while I'm doing that, what's everyone else doing, or what do you need me to do specifically while I'm causing a ruckus?
I figured that was to get Ricky access to the terminal.
Correct. Yeah, yes. That's option one, which I mean, if he is playing with us, I do have a fairly high use computer ability. I believe I'm 1 or 2 below Ricky.
Yeah, so you could probably do it.
Hell yeah. If that's the case, actually, I have a not so bad deception. I am actually trained in it, so.
I mean, the other option is you also have a Jedi with mind trick.
That is very true.
And we can wing it. I mean, let's be real. If I go in trying to deceive someone with a alternative persona, it ain't gonna work. All right.
It would work this if you say nat 20 every time, you'll be right some of the time.
All right. Yeah, I mean, whatever you need me to do. I just feel like I'm gonna get us into another fight again. But
I mean,
we're good at fighting. We're good at fighting.
The upside of droid services that might be the thing that makes that work is, keep in mind, droid services is not Imperial; they are commercial.
Right.
Oh, great.
I'd rather remember.
Yeah, you're not trying to trick an imp. It's a different deal entirely. Surely, if you go in there with droid,
Look, I can go with you and back you up in case they don't buy it and call the authorities or something.
Yeah, you guys could pretend to be married, and you guys could say we actually went to an adoption agency. We end up with an astromech. Huge confusion. It happens all the time, right? And just like it'll be fine.
So I either can have the U.S. government on my back, or I can either have Jeff Bezos on my back trying to kill me.
Yeah, but you can slap him in his bald head, and it'll work out better.
Great, let's do it.
You guys remember the movie Wild Wild West?
Yes.
The movie version?
Yep.
Remember when there's the girl and he mistakes the girl for the guy in the costume?
Mhm.
Just doing that on Jeff Bezos is just the
I was signaling my hello.
But Stormy, if you're not comfortable with that, then we could actually do an alternative plan where we have either Maria do a mind trick, or I can go in there and cause a ruckus. And
Yeah,
get you to the computer.
I'm totally fine with that. I can cause a ruckus.
Okay.
Otherwise, one thing to also assist you guys in going in the tower, because you did do the proper unlock for it, but I think you might have forgotten, just given they are week after week. Keep in mind, the benefit of finding Resh was he told you that his code cylinder had a keypad and that he knew the code through his contact because he had watched Dose put it in once.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh.
So, because like he's a HUD enforcer. He's like, oh yeah, I'll look away. It's literally that scene in Rush Hour 2 when the guy gives him the dirty look when he goes open the safe, and they're like, oh yeah, what's our no.
Yeah, fair enough. We should definitely get the code from that guy, but I still feel like going over and getting in contact with this droid.
Yeah, I'm assuming all that. I'm just making sure you guys don't worry about having to hack the code. It's like, no, you guys had the one. It's just that guy had no way of knowing that you already had the code. So he thought he had a chip.
I also forgot that we already had the code.
I realized that from the conversation. So that's why I was like, I'll remind you. Because that was literally the same day. That was not even 3 hours ago for you.
What a day! What a day! Are you serious?
You guys have infiltrated Coruscant in one day. That's why it's like, yeah, I wasn't giving you fatigued. I was giving you, like, that last fight, I was giving everybody penalty. Like, if you thought those guys were hard to hit, that's because all of you are feeling fatigued. And now you're all exhausted. You're just like, eh.
What a day. Yeah, we gotta rest. We need one long rest. We need one.
You guys are just like, we had to deal with the Metro Authority. We had to land the charge with a billion credits.
And then like our contact and people were gonna kill him, and then we got
some Rhodians tried to rob us with C4.
They were all kids. I don't know what happened. Yeah, for sure. We need to rest. But,
yeah, it was like Lord of the Flies down there, man.
Lord of the Flies.
Where are these kids getting C4?
You guys can't afford to eat, but you can get thermals? Okay.
It's an investment, sir. All right. So. All right, so we'll assume that you guys get a night of rest. That you go back to your hotel and rest up. Luckily, no ISB breathing down your neck as far as you can tell. I do need somebody to roll me either the better of a stealth. Perception can be used in this case, or a computer use. Whatever's the best, but only one person can roll it, and you cannot get an aid. Basically, this is the. And I will tell you out of character. This is the ISB hunting you. If I roll far superior to you, you will have somebody breathing down your neck.
Right. Are we allowed to ask each other like what our scores are? Okay.
Because I'm supposed to ask you who has the highest of those three, and then you guys roll.
Okay.
14 highest from me.
Yeah, 14 as well. Perception.
Mine's also a 14 perception. Well, all right, you guys want to draw straws? Like, who's feeling lucky right now?
Oh, wait a minute.
I think Ricky would probably beat us with his stealth. I don't know if like we'd be able to cardboard him for this or not.
Usually these ones, it has to be a locked door scenario. Because I lower the DC of these if they're team-based. If they're solo-based, I don't. So in this case, it's like, no, you're just limited to your own.
Okay. That's the case. Tell you what, why don't we make it interesting? How about we roll... You can roll like a D3 and roll 20, right?
Yeah, I usually just do a D6, and then 1, 2 is 1, 3, 4 is 2, and 5, 6 is 3.
Stormy, low, middle, or high?
Low.
Deckle?
High.
High? So I'm middle? Okay.
Aha!
Middle it is.
Wookie it.
Middle it is. All right. Perception.
That's a good roll.
Oh,
33. What's up?
Nice,
I'm
nice 19.
I got one eye and I roll a 19.
I will tell you they can only succeed on a 20. Not because they're that much lower, but they add 13 to their own roll. So they would literally be tying with the natural 20. Nope. They're on you, though. They're not that you guys are aware. Your perception check is literally, you realize, so basically at this stage, it's stage 1 and 2. So that means that they would be checking at your hotel already. So you know that you have a very limited time. They seem to be, like, basically that's you, whoever made the roll is basically, you spot them, like, in the case this is perception, so you'd probably spot them talking to the staff. You'd realize that those are either Compnor or actual ISB agents. They don't seem to be stormtroopers.
I was wearing a bathrobe. I had just gotten done taking a shower, and I was going for ice.
I was imagining you were using like the pool or something, and like just stopping wet Wookiee. No one recognized you. They just see like, what kind of alien is that?
Like, what is that? Some kind of mop or a rug somebody left in there? What is?
They're just like, is that some sort of slug alien? I don't know what it is. It's just all that fur is just.
Space caterpillars are crazy.
Probably smells like it too.
That's why I was taking a shower.
That's when chlorine does something crazy to Wookiee fur, like turns it like hot pink or something. Just like, what? Alright then, aliens, man. Alright. So yeah, you're able to warn everyone that like they're already like getting fairly close, but they don't seem to be. They seem to be just doing a general look through it. But at the same time, I would tell you that well, they like if they start comparing cameras to like general just cameras, they're probably gonna find you pretty quick. Also means that tonight you should probably hop hotels if you don't finish in one night.
True.
Right. Yeah, I relate to him. We're gonna have to check out in the morning. I think Ricky's gonna be a little upset. He's definitely not gonna be able to get those eggs they were talking about.
You also notice that they were checking all the park shifts at this hotel, so the advice you got about keeping it off your landing pad hotel was probably spot on, since they're literally looks like they're currently going through hangar cameras to see if they can find something that matches your look too, so they can impound or at least watch the ship. All right. So, computer services. How are you approaching this? You guys talked about a couple plans. I want the final plan.
I'm not going to be useful on any of this, so I'd prefer to defer unless you guys want me to make the distraction.
No, I think the having Noel approach to distract them, and I'll go with you just as the significant other that is concerned about our new son.
It's such an unhinged plan.
What do you think, Noel? Is that good?
Yep, I'll go make an ass of myself. A complete Karen moment, if you will.
I love that dentist.
You're the kid. I'm the Karen.
All right. Noel is. Wait. Hold on. We're doing this the day after, so we're getting full night's rest, right?
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we need to. Let me do a little bit of healing on my character sheet.
You know, Cursive, just because I don't want to be a total bump on the log and I feel like I should do something useful. Cocoa Town, is it a mildly seedy area? Like, are there beggars or homeless?
No, it's quite the opposite. This is top level, like, Imperial Center, like, you know, if you played the new Battlefront 2 and you saw, like, those, like, fancy buildings and shit like that, that's what you're looking
Oh,
like,
there's really nowhere I could blend in then.
Like,
Huh?
No.
Yeah.
This is
Well,
like,
Noel's going to put back on his fancy clothes. Yep.
I guess I'll stand somewhere in a, I don't know, like a public mingling area and just kind of keep watch nearby.
okay.
I don't want to be too far away. I'm wearing my all temperature cloak, so I'm just cloaked, being a creep.
Are you guys entering in separate groups? Are you gonna come in on the same one and then you're just gonna, like, hop out of the taxi and go somewhere else?
I will come in separately.
Okay. I do need to ask this, how separately?
I will take a separate taxi.
Okay. At a different time, like literally entering at a different area?
Sure, yeah. That actually sounds fine. Actually,
Okay.
yeah, we're gonna do that. Like some real, like, overly paranoid type stuff. I mean, admittedly, we're dealing with the Secret Service, basically, so.
Right. Plus, we need Ricky to come in, right, to do the sneak in and get on the terminal.
Is that who's doing it, or I thought you said Noel had good computer? I thought that's why he was gonna do it.
Oh, I thought we were having Noel be the distraction.
Okay, that's why I said, "What's your final plan?" So that's
Noel's distracting, and then we were gonna have a Ricky
Do
do
the
the
hacking.
computer. Yeah.
okay. That's fine because that's
Ironic
basically
quote
considered
from
what I would
Great
call a locked
Bits.
door.
We
So then Miria's there for
Wonderful to meet
your backup, and also
Yes.
like basically reroll. And then
And
Jordan,
then,
Jordan faces a prop tool for you.
yes,
Let's do it.
and then Kresh was, I guess, with
Keep a watch
Ricky.
outside. Yeah, and
Oh,
yeah, we
okay,
say
okay.
that-
I misunderstood that.
Yeah, I'm keeping
Okay, so
watch.
Crash is you are coming in then, Crash. You're going into the building.
No, I'm keeping watch outside. That's what I'm saying. I
Okay,
showed up
okay.
separately and I'm outside.
Okay. In that case, then we have an interesting one here.
Mhm.
I kind of want to play a song, but
Uh-oh.
No.
Yes, welcome
So-
to the channel.
so Crash, go ahead and give me a perception check, just you, buddy.
Oh, this ought to be good. All right. Another 33.
Really?
Let's go.
You chief, I love it. All right. So you can see that as you're kind of moving around, kind of like not maybe the glaring like lovely ivory like walkways and all that. And you're kind of just keeping out of the area. Got your, I assume your armor and everything on.
Yeah, but like I was saying, I have my cloak over everything, my all temperature cloak.
Yeah, I got you. But
But yeah, I'm in my armor
As you-
for sure.
as you get to a relatively secluded bit of alleyway, there's quite a few different doors around. But you would actually spot as you saw some people that were kind of looking your direction suddenly moved into a building away. And again, you'd spot before they come out as it seems like they open a door and are moving out of a building towards you. You're aware of their approach as you kind of like make eye contact with your helm. That way you can hear a gruff voice just like, "Haven't you aliens learned to stay off the planet yet? I'd say maybe you need a lesson."
Oh boy.
Oh, Crash gets to fight some racists? This is gonna be fun.
I'm sorry. Am I being accosted right now?
More than that, you would see that multiple doorways are opening, as it looks like this is actually a coordinated strike. Have you guys seen how Comp Nor works? They will literally mug you in an alley and leave you for dead. Like, Comp
Oh,
Nor is...
how many? Like, is this a fightable number of opponents, or am I leaving?
Oh, this is a full-on combat. It happens no matter the moment a non-alien from a visibly alien member of the party steps on the upper level. This is a guaranteed encounter.
Oh,
Have fun.
So since they went somewhere else, and yeah, they went with the other group, it's like, well, but they also have none. So it's like, oh, yep. And they definitely go for... So I need to copy this into here. I'll put it in here so I can copy it over.
Well, you know what, Crash? I have a lot of points. So
Oh, shit. I didn't copy that portion.
I just want to make something abundantly clear. If there was ever one subject in which Crash breaks away from the party for like his own particular quest of vengeance, is these guys knock me out and take my Beskar. I will
Oh
leave
my
a
god.
body of I will leave a trail of bodies all over Coruscant. Be a huge problem.
It's just, you guys just hear roaring as you come out of the building. There's ISB everywhere, and they're like, "We need you to clear the area. There's a raging Wookiee," and you're just like, "Oh no."
Oh,
you
no.
took the
I-
Mandalorian's armor, didn't you?
I just imagine you just hear this in the background. Saboba! That's just like, what? What's he have to do?
Sorry, I was greeting some raiders. I apologize.
Welcome, Raiders. Hello.
You're about to.
You guys, all right. So basically, long story short, Rook and Sierra, which by the way, thanks again for the raid. Really appreciate you. I'm playing who's called Kresh. He's a Wookiee, and basically he's a space barbarian. I didn't really intend on him becoming such, but he is. And he's being accosted by a bunch of very, very, very racist people on Coruscant.
Yes, this is gonna be interesting.
I apologize for the unfun for the other two of you, but this is literally like I said, a guaranteed just.
No, I'm all for this.
I was gonna for the record, I was either gonna stay outside to keep watch to make sure you guys didn't get jumped by ISB, or stay in the car, basically.
Instead, you get jumped.
Instead, I got jumped by a bunch of. Why is the clan on Coruscant?
You answered your own question.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Have you seen what the canon is with the Imperials? Man, they are racist. They are racist, misogynist fucks in the original canon. Like that's the entire point of Admiral Dala. Like Admiral Dala was literally like everyone assumed that she was like sleeping with what's it with
Thrawn or no
not Thrawn. Tarkin.
Tarkin, yeah.
Because she and Tarkin like got along, even though she was a piloting progeny, and so basically like they assumed that she must be sleeping with Tarkin, and that's why she's getting promoted. Even though it's like no, she is literally like the only pilot they've ever had that's better is Steele, and so she is literally the second best ace in the entire Imperial Navy, and everyone's like, "Aw." It's like, and so he literally hides her identity as like basically a male pilot in order for her to advance. And it's like that's an entire plot of one of the books.
That's
and then she turns out to be a major, she's a villain for a large portion, and then she becomes a
sympathizer.
I don't know. I'd rather not leave a bunch of corpses outside when we're doing work. These guys are getting stun batoned.
Yeah, I mean, you do what you got to do.
From the descriptor, it also mentions that there are railings around the chasms that go all the way down to the main floor.
Right. Oh. So they could be not a bunch of corpses laying around.
They could be just shoveled right on off of there, huh? Like the trash they are. Okay, good to know. Argarok it is.
Okay, these are
sucks for them. Sucks to suck, nerd.
Yeah, I know this is a Zabrak one, but I don't have a ton of them that have laser guns that aren't like orcs.
I'm sorry, these guys bringing guns? Am I about to get shot? What is this?
I mean,
these are, dude. As soon as we showed up on the upper, these guys are radically xenophobic.
You would think they might pick somebody easier than the Wookiee in Beskar, but you know.
I mean, if there's 30 of them, there's not a whole lot I can do about it, to be honest.
All right, I'm using Rhodians, but they're not Rhodians; they're humans, of course.
You're fine. You're fine.
Wonderful.
I'm surprised you didn't use the Duros, to be honest.
Duros were pretty great. All right, so we're gonna add them. I accidentally closed it. What is that? Oh, that's light and windows and stuff. Okay. We're gonna put this down there for me. Go ahead and roll initiative for me, Crash. Because you got the
Just put some Sangheili out there. Why not?
I do have a Sangheili token. You hear the light of an energy sword, motherfucker. That's Crash saying, I'm taking that.
Yeah, right? I'd be like, well, it seems Samaria's about to get some backup.
But yeah, the attackers look like many Coruscant citizens, but their zeal for the Empire and its anti-alien stance is readily apparent in their insults, taunts, and faces. You can see 2 humans and 2 females dressed in nondescript dark clothing that's fairly blending. You can see as they have their stun batons out. They have a pistol on their hip, as well as it looks like you can see that they seem to have blade holsters as well.
Okay.
Oh, you got this.
Yeah, they better not miss.
Meanwhile, Noel doesn't even have to distract these people. They're just standing in the window watching the fight outside.
They really might have to be watching WWE stuff. Suplex somebody into the abyss. It'd be amazing.
Alright, and these guys have initiatives of 5.
So Null technically doesn't need to have a line of sight to engage Born Leader.
You gotta be aware it's happening.
Yeah.
I would told you.
That's why I asked how close was he, because if he was close, you guys would have been within line of sight aware of this.
Right. No, this makes sense.
It was worth a chance. It was worth a shot.
Yeah, never knocked the hustle.
All right, and this is why is it on the Luke and Leia theme for this? Come on, guys, let's get some good.
I'm gonna be completely honest with you right now, Cursive. For every single roll that I'm doing against these 4 people, I'm only using Fortitude, which is 34. With a threshold of 34. I want to tank everything they could possibly throw at me. Just be a really big asshole.
I I turned on the Mandalorian theme for you. You're good. The cover of
Nice.
it.
Oh yeah, I should do the same.
Okay, so sure enough, one of them. Let's see, which one is that? I'm mousing over and it's not. Oh, it's the one up here. Okay, so yeah, the north one comes down. Let's see how fast they move. They move 6 squares. 6 squares. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so he moves right up on you. They seem rather fearless in that. Just kind of lighting up his stun baton. Alright. He is going to use acrobatics to try to get behind you. Just kind of tumbling past you, thinking he's... What is your... Let's see, this would be against your reflex defense. That's
Reflex defense is 30.
Okay, so he does trigger a attack of opportunity from you.
I don't think I would have grabbed the Argorok for this, so I don't necessarily want to make a huge show. I would have pulled my Vibro Dagger. So
You haven't had a turn yet, so you can't... You
oh,
literally
it's just unarmed.
Yeah, you could use an unarmed, like, kick at him if you want.
I don't have an unarmed thing set up, so I guess it would just be D20 plus my strength mod. So probably not going to hit, but strength mod, so that's an 11. Oh, and then I guess my BIB also, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, not bad. I'm sorry, I have all my attacks set up, so that I don't have to be an idiot. That's a 22.
Okay, that is going to miss in this one. So he does just move past to get behind you. But then it's your turn.
Okay. First thing I'm gonna do is draw my Vibro Dagger.
And I will point to the channel.
To the channel. Crash for the attack roll. Okay, yeah, Deckel's giving you a force point to attack with.
Oh, perfect. But yeah, I'm gonna draw my Vibro Dagger, and I'm gonna stick this guy that got behind me, just right away.
Go for it.
So that's a 14, and then a force point for a 20.
He actually jumps back and dodges it narrowly.
It's a shame.
Yeah. Low attack roll.
It was, unfortunately. Oh well, can't win them all. I think Crash is just still taken aback by the fact he's being accosted by 4 dudes randomly. Okay, that's no, there's no one nearby to draw fire from, so I suppose I'll get on my comm if I can. It's like a bonus action to be like, hey, slight complication outside. I'll let you know if something evolves out of this, and then I'm just gonna get off comm.
All right. Yeah, you hear him shout out that he's using a knife. Watch out. Which, see, you can see as they're running up, seems like a couple of them start putting away their stun batons and pulling out more lethal implements. All right. This one.
Stormy cheers and all these hydrates, bud.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2,
Yeah,
3,
enjoy
4,
that.
5, 6.
Yes, hydrate
Okay.
yourself in the blood of your enemies.
One tries to jump over these rocks to go for an acrobatic charge. So trying to leap, basically, kind of one hand over the crates to get up there. Which he does manage to mental 1 and 2. He is going to get up and actually give you a bit of a shove.
I've been bullied right now.
You're being bullied, yes.
That's not very nice.
All right. So, what is your base attack? So this would be your base attack plus your grapple modifier, plus 10.
My base attack bonus plus my grapple mod. Base attack is 11. My grapple mod would be just my strength mod, wouldn't it?
Correct.
Okay, so that's 16 plus 10, so 26.
26. Okay, he managed to shove you back as he just collides into you, and he shoves you back And actually, that's enough that he's going to shove you back 2 squares.
Oh,
Oh, they're trying to knock you off.
yeah, I see.
Yeah, and a similar kind of strategy you've seen, but less. But the next one is going to move up. Yeah, jumping 1 is not an issue as he moves up into this little sort of blast crater right here. And the other ones point down as they point very clearly at the ground beneath you, and he takes a shot at the grate beneath you.
Oh, no way. If this fucking works.
Oh no!
If this fucking
He
works.
crit! Oh.
What the
Well?
fuck is this combat?
They're trying to drop you out of the shit. This is double too, because like this is with the critical and their sneak attack. Oh, that's bad. 40. Yeah, they shoot out the grating. I need you to give me a roll. Let's see what's a relevant one. You need to catch yourself, or you are going down a chute. They are literally dusting you down a pit.
Holy shit.
Yes.
This one.
Oh.
This did not go the way I thought it was gonna go.
It'll go easy. Thank you for the follow.
Let's see. Relevant ones. Acrobatics would work. Climb would work.
Okay. I have a question about some mild cheese here, right?
Okay.
Wookiees can actually take 10 and take 20 with climb, even
I
under
know they can.
pressure.
Yep.
Can I do that?
Yeah, that's the whole benefit of Wookiee. They don't know they just know you're an alien. These guys do not have galactic lore.
I'm fully doing that and climbing out of this grate like a fucking boogeyman.
What is your modifier? What is your modifier with your armor? With your modifier, because like your
My
armor
modifier-
does. What's your armor check modifier first of all? Because you are wearing heavy armor, so it's a little harder because of that. But
Where would I see that?
I think.
it's on the. It's usually on the entry for the armor.
Oh, sorry. Heavy.
Depending on the talent, I thought it reduces that.
Right. It's just I think there's still some left. Heavy Biscargum. Maximum dexterity bonus is a +1. Bonus of fortitude is a +4. Bonus of reflex 11. Heartburn. Never mind, actually. Okay, so it literally is just... Yeah, there is none. I'm just thinking of the other ones. Because looking at it, that's not even a thing that they calculate in Saga.
Oh, okay. Curse, that's a
Yeah.
hard time. I was looking all through my sheet.
Yeah, it
You're
says-
good.
All
You're
through my
good.
armor entry. Okay.
No, you're good. Sorry about that.
You're
all right.
fine.
So what's your total with your modifier?
My climb skill total is 10.
Okay, so that's a 30. Yeah, you managed to maintain that because it's a 25. But with heavy armor, it's a 30 equal. So literally, yeah, you're still like, well, I mean, you're just there then. But so it's narrow. You're literally just kind of hanging on. That does put you basically. You're hanging on your turn. You'll be able to pull out, but you're basically grabbing an edge.
Okay. That's
So they have dropped you down, which if they come over and kick you, you're going down. You'll be able to climb back up, but because you still fall on your turn and then come back up, but you do get what's in other systems, so it's a grab an edge check.
Oh my
But-
God.
These guys are like, I just love that it went from these guys are nothing to they're dropping just.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you see this one's coming over, and they are going to have to double move just to get here, but they pull out a vibro dagger, and they look like they're coming over to try to like stab your hand off the edge.
Yeah.
This one here that you swung at does, he'll full on drop his stun baton, and he'll 5 foot over as he draws out a dagger, and he does drive down to basically stab you in the gauntlet. but he's not going to get through the. And I know his damage can't get through your Beskar, so not going to roll that. I mean, I guess you're climbing. Technically, he has sneak attack since you're denied your dex. 56 plus 6 plus another 46. Yeah, technically he could.
Let's see if he's gonna drop me down a chute.
That the same as flat-footed?
Not the same as flat-footed, no. But it's when you're
Okay.
climbing, unless you have, I think in this system it's called expert climber. You're denied your dex.
Got it. Got it.
So 33. Damn, he rolled well. What's your fortitude defense right now, Kresh?
34.
Oh, so you actually feel the pressure of that, because if it hit 34, that would have been all that damage would have pierced right through. As he basically tries to stab right in between your fingers to get you to let go.
Oh my god.
Man, this went from not that threatening to the clench. Your turn again.
Okay, these guys have officially made me put on my big boy pants, so there's that. I'm gonna climb out.
I
So
might
I don't
take the
really...
free action after that little, I'll let you know if it's anything, and then they just hear that open comm, whatever noise you made.
Right. Yeah, they hear it get cut off, and I fall down a chute. Yeah, so I'm gonna climb out. I don't know what actions I'm left with.
Climbing out would be a move check. The climb check, we know you can take 20 on, so you'd be fine. Does trigger, but we've already seen they have to roll really well and get the hit.
Okay. I'm climbing out. And then that's my move. Because that was my move check, I can't 5 foot, can I?
No, you can, because it's not technically, you're not technically moving.
Okay. I would like to 5 foot away from the fucking grate.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna hold Alt just to see where I was accurately. So I was on top of this grate, right?
Correct.
Okay, then
Let me eliminate the gray ones. That'll help a little bit, so we can see, and I'll arrange all of them properly.
You're fine. I just wanted to 5 foot next to it.
Yeah, because he was here, you were there. So if you're going there, yeah, and the rest are actually fairly accurate. So I'm just there. Okay, so
I'm actually gonna 5 foot behind this guy, like to here.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna stab him with my vibro dagger.
Get him.
I'm buying you a force point. Oh,
Oh.
you already said it. I didn't
Yeah.
spend it anyway.
Can we give other players force point? Oh, buying them like on stream. Never mind.
Yeah, he's using stream points, but I did design that one to be once per encounter, guys. So do keep in mind you can't just chain
once
those
per
ones.
encounter. Okay.
Yeah, it should say that in the description. You can, like, other people can do it. Like if you, Stormy, like if the entire chat decided to do it, yeah, you all can do it. But
It doesn't
Yeah,
really say anything in the description, I can tell.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
just let it.
go ahead.
I'm just gonna let it ride though on 23.
Well, you do got to hit anyway. So yeah, you stab him.
Okay, cool. So that's actually 27 damage because this +1 vibro dagger has that add-on.
Yeah. I got you.
So if he's still up, then I'm
Oh, he
upset.
is.
Oh, he
He is
is.
still-
I go
Yep.
into a rage. I'm upset.
Just roaring in his face there.
Yeah, I could have done that reverse, but honestly, no. I wanted to see if he'd still be alive.
Oh, these guys seem fairly skilled, actually.
Yeah, they certainly do. Yeah. So that's my action, bonus action, move. Oh, yeah. Okay. So that's my entire economy.
Oh, I spelled the wrong thing. That's why I'm like, why is this not in the thing? And it's like, 'cause it's disruptive, not disruptor. That's what that is, and then. Sorry, just gonna double check what this one does here and see if it's. Same one. Walk the line. Okay. itself. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say that's when you're like, I'm just a big hairy human, guys. Come on.
I have a disorder. You guys are being really rude.
One moves over and readies their action as they kind of gesture with their knife to the one that is further back. You can tell he's readying an attack there. This one here is going to move forward. And a little bit behind cover here, as he's going to take cover on this corner. But he is going to shout to you and just kind of splay out and just oh, I can tell it on your face. Whatever you are, off-roader. You think less of our humans, but we'll show you! As he's just saying that, this is walk the line, so he gets to do it. I think it's a check. So it's a standard action. Oh, it's just standard. There's no check. It just happens. All your defenses go down by 2.
Okay. I guess it basically puts me down on the condition track by 1. Is essentially by 2. Huh. Okay.
Well, and then at that point, now that he's done that one, they kind of wait, and the second one here does move up as well. Let's see, 1, 2, that'd be 4, 5, 6. They could get there. They're gonna try to move past you. So acrobatics. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna catch him.
Yeah, so they just kind of jump over that hole and get behind you. And then they're gonna go for an acrobatic strike. And then all 3 of them are going to stab at that point as they're basically the other one's ready to actional trigger.
Oh my god. I'm getting fucking jumped by the clan on Coruscant. It's the worst.
Yeah, so they all have flanking. Acrobatic strike is another +2. This is with the vibroblade, so that's a +4.
I need to deafen for just a second. I'm getting raided.
Oh my god. I can calculate that while we do that. 8 + 4, so that's 12. That's 25. That's not going to hit. So he's taking 4, so I could still roll it.
Okay, I'm sorry about that.
Oh no, you're good. 25 doesn't break through it, so that's the first one who readied, who changed their initiative fairly easily. Just go down by 1. Second one would be the one that just moved. Acrobatic strike. It's an additional +2. Oh. They do not have enhanced critical on their vibroblade, so it's not a crit, but that is gonna hit. It's 12. Actually, no, because your fortitude save is a what? 34, you said?
Yes.
Plus 14 is a 33.
But they lowered it by 2.
Oh, they lowered.
Oh, yeah,
that,
right. Yeah,
that lowered by 2 actually made it hit. Oh my god. These
So he
douchebags
hits.
for 23 damage, and you go down to condition track automatically.
Awesome. Wait,
And
do
the
I have
last-
that? Sorry, it's a potential reaction. Do I have the ability to do second wind as a reaction? I haven't. No, I don't. Okay, that's fine. Sorry, I thought I did. It would have been relevant. I apologize.
And then the last one takes his strike, but his is gonna miss. So the oh wait, I did one too many. Actually, take 1 or take 6 or next 6. Take 1 less damage because he just or no, that one was the right amount. Never mind. For some reason, it shows 76 here when I go to roll.
So how much was it again?
That damage roll is right. 23 is right because it's 66 plus 6. When I went to do my advanced roll, it said 7. I must have hit up somewhere and made it go up to 7. That doesn't pierce here, so that one doesn't hit. You basically fortituded. You said because you said you were fortituding them.
Oh yeah.
Those. So that one doesn't get through, but it's clear they know where to stab for weak points. I.e., they all have sneak attack and they all are using it.
Bunch of fucking rogues.
You're getting mugged by a party of rogues.
Yeah. this
Racist
is
motherfucking rogues.
Genuinely one of the worst things that could happen, though. What I will do is because Kresh is built to take damage. First off, what's the economy on putting away a weapon and then drawing a different one?
You can either drop it, or if you want to stow it, it takes whatever action it takes you to draw it. So if you have quick draw, it's a swift. Otherwise, it's a movement.
It's a standard.
Yeah.
Or a movement?
Yeah, movement. It
Okay,
does not
well-
trigger. If it's a holster, if you pull from a bag, it'll trigger.
This would be holstered on me, I'd assume, because I don't ever put my Argorok away.
Yeah, that'd be holstered.
I would like to put away my. I'm not going to drop it because I don't want these guys getting a better vibro dagger. I'm going to put away my vibro dagger and pull my Argarok. And then I will actually bonus action second wind, right, to move me back on the condition track. And it's actually a take 32, so I'm back at max health. And then because it's the Argarok.
Slow draw of the Argarok, just that.
Yeah.
Here.
Because of Impetuous Move, it lets me move half my move speed without provoking.
Correct.
So I will move out of this particularly dangerous and precarious position I find myself in. So 1, 2. I'm gonna do step by step. 1, 2, 3. And then I still should have a full action or a standard action, right?
Correct.
I'm gonna swing an Argarok at this guy above me for 30. I'm sorry, that's 34 damage because +2 from rage.
Okay. How much total did you say?
34.
34?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that will threshold him. He is still up.
Hello, Izumo.
So applied.
Cool.
Oh,
that's
Raiders. Welcome, Raid.
that's
Actually, the other
that's
one
my whole
threshold
turn.
too. Okay.
Doing good?
All
Doing
right.
good. My Wookiee friend is getting jumped by racists on Coruscant, but,
The clan's on Coruscant, y'all. It's okay. We're
Yup.
taking care of it.
Yep.
No, that's all right.
So,
Thank you for raiding.
This one steps up a bit and just switches to a blaster pistol, but then seems to be doing the same as they just see. Oh, did I touch a nerve, Wookiee? Are you afraid? I'm just like, but sure enough, it is just like it's just bothering you, and it's getting in there and just, i.e., they're basically because it only lasts around for walk the line. They're just keeping it applied.
Right.
So that's the one you need to slash first.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, you're within perfect charge distance. Looking mighty chargeable right now.
Submissive and chargeable.
Oh no. Otherwise, you would see as these other two, worse yet though, just see. You think you're good? You draw a little bit of blood. Get him! Like, Jiren, get him! As they, but walk the line stacks. The other two are both going to spend theirs to basically direct. The
Oh
last
no,
one.
they all can walk the line.
Yeah, they all can do it, and it's,
Fucking cowabunga it is.
you better start eliminating them because at this point they're realizing that they're missing a lot, but they also have skirmishers, so they can apply sneak attack if they move 10 feet. So the two, let's see, that one did it. The one right next to you is going to do it, as he's basically just looking at you and just see, I bet you think you're good, right? But this one switches to his pistol. But otherwise, the one you stabbed first, actually no, that one's going to switch to his pistol and do it too, because he's wounded. So the one over here is going to be the one that comes up. So he has to move 10 feet, so there's 10 feet. And your defenses are down by 6.
Yeah.
Ooh. So what is your fortitude defense now?
Down by 6, you said? 28.
So he does miss. He does get a chance to roll on it, but that does... Unless you're going to use your reflex.
No.
Okay.
With them lower my defenses, it's not a good option anymore.
Okay, but he doesn't hit 28, so it doesn't get through. But you realize that, yeah, the way that they're going, they're actually going to keep landing blows if they do that a lot.
Okay, then yeah, we need to start bodying people.
Your turn.
My turn?
Mhm.
This is the one I just threshold the Argarok, right?
Correct. That one, the ones that are thresholded, or we'll say bloodied, I guess would be the best way to put it.
Yeah. Oh, perfect.
And then the other one is the one right in front of you.
I'm gonna swing. I think you have to announce cleave before you do cleave.
You do.
I
Yes.
will announce cleave on the one that I've hit once above me.
Okay.
And then assuming that I land on him, obviously I'm gonna swing on this guy here.
I meant to talk to you about that after stream, but
I'm actually gonna force point that.
What is it, Deckle?
That'd be a
Just cleave-
25.
Just cleave that
Cleave is not
penalty.
penalized. No, it's just an immediate action if you drop someone.
Double check the wording. Because immediate action doesn't. Oh, so it is. You never need to announce it.
Oh.
It's not even an immediate action though, but you can use the ability once per round. So the extra attack is with the same weapon at the same attack bonus as the attack that dropped the other.
Fair enough. Well, either way, that's a
Looking out,
25
Deckle.
to hit.
Yep.
Yeah, thank you, Deckle. Appreciate you.
That'll hit, and that one drops.
2 damage. Yep. And then, obviously, like I said, hitting the one next to him too.
Yeah.
So 32 damage to both.
Oh, you still got to roll for the next one. You just
Oh,
make
my
another
bad.
roll.
Yeah, it's the
Make another
same
roll with the same modifiers.
bonus. Yeah.
Oh, does
Just
that mean
don't-
the force point applies or no?
Let me double check the wording. Check same attack bonuses. Yeah, because that's an attack bonus, so the force point would attack the bolt.
24.
Yeah, that'll hit him, and that'll
Alright.
that'll condition that one.
Nice roll.
Right. Okay, yeah, and then I don't really have anything else to do at this particular moment. No, because I don't really want to like. Actually, yes, I do. Well, they have to move 10 feet for that, right?
They have 10 feet. Yeah, they have to move 10 feet for the.
I'm just gonna 5 foot over to make it slightly more annoying.
Okay.
That's all.
Yeah, and kind of similar because now you got 2 ones that are bloodied near you, and it seems like they kind of. Come on, Jin, get some! As they seem to be directing to the one that's not bloodied. But yeah, sure enough, the 2 bloodied ones are going to do it. The one that isn't is going to ready to wait till after. They're going to reduce you by 4, and this one's going to move over. He's going to step around 5, 10, 15, 25. So he'll basically take this path here so that he doesn't trigger. He's very cautious of that.
As he should be.
So that's going to be with flanking and his acrobatic strike. So that's going to be +4, so +12 total. So 27 on your defense -4.
-4, that does not hit. -4, that puts me at 30 fortitude.
Okay, so then they will get their roll to try to pierce it. Ooh, that one does get through though, because ties.
does. Yeah.
So that one they do manage to kind of embed in you and just kind of grimace their lip at you.
No worries. I will delay damage though, because that would threshold me. Wait,
Yeah.
no, threshold me, but I still will delay damage.
Well, they would threshold you with another talent, but so since if they did manage to deal damage to you, you'd get thresholded like the first one did.
Oh, I got you.
But if you delay damage, then it won't do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna delay damage. It's once per encounter.
Yeah. Okay, back to you then.
Okay. 5-footing doesn't provoke, right?
Correct.
I'm gonna 5 foot to here,
I figured.
and then I'm going to cleave the one. I'm gonna hit the one to my right, and then assuming he would drop, I'm then gonna cleave the one to the north.
Yeah.
It'll be
Nice.
29 damage,
That'll hit, and that'll drop him.
and then I'm gonna cleave the one above me. That'll
Mowing
be
the
for
blood.
24 damage.
That one's also down.
I'm gonna turn and point a bloody Argarok at this guy. And be like, you guys really picked the worst person for this.
You tell him to jump down the hole.
Just lay down, son. Go on now.
I will also second wind to not catch that condition and to
Okay.
remove the damage that I would have taken.
Gotcha.
Oh, and because impetuous move, actually, I can move up to half my speed because I second winded. So
Yeah, you did.
tell you what, you know what I want to do? I want to do some real anime shit. Can I just make this where I kill both these guys and then I impetuous move like, hold on, I'll show you like this. Hold on.
Oh
And then
my
I just-
wow.
And then I whisper that in his ear, like, you guys really picked the worst guy for this. You should just jump down that hole.
Oh my god, I love it. As they kind of jump around with their dagger, they are going to, as part of their move, they're going to draw their blaster pistol, They are going to try to acrobatics away from you as they try to kick back away and then charge it. As these guys are supposed to be aggressive until they lose their hit points. So,
Valiant to the end. I kind of respect it, except they're all clan members.
yeah, right? Oh god, they all roll like champ on their acrobatics. I was just hoping for them to just be like, acrobatic roll, and then you just like cut them in half.
Nah,
But no.
Curtis, that's how it goes. This is combat with me. Either I'm getting crit or they're dead. That's it.
So he kind of rolls back and then charges at you, but so he can do that if he makes a roll. Trigger. So yeah, he's gonna basically try to barrel stuff and stab. Basically comes and just. But he is moving 10 feet, so he will get sneak attack if he lands these. But you are not down by any amount, so. So +8 on the dagger, that is certainly not going to do it. Well, +10 with the acrobatic strike, but that's still only a 16.
Nope.
And then the blaster bolt and the blaster, they are more accurate, but not by enough. So, daggers not going to pierce. Blaster is 1 die higher, but 2 damage less. So we'll see what that rolls. Nope. So he tries, and they both just ricochet off the armor. Back to you.
I think we all know what I'm about to do here.
Suplex.
Apply axe to forehead.
Yes. I'm gonna Argarok him. Go figure. And you know, truly, cursive, truly, I kind of despise these guys for ruining my time of just sitting in an alley quietly. So that's actually a 27 for 35 damage.
Ouch, Kabibbles. That will threshold him.
That's it for me.
So 35 out of 50, so that will get him to the quarter mark. What'd you say your reflex defense is?
Reflex defense is a flat 30 unless they've debuffed it. There's only one left, so if he debuffed it, it'd be 28.
Nope, that means he triggers this time, as he does seem to roll in the direction of the stairs. Actually, not those stairs, so he'd be going that way.
He triggers though?
Yeah, he triggers. So he rolled beneath yours.
Oh, I want that so bad, but
And you
I'm
spent
not going to force point it.
Well, and you already spent one this round, so you can't.
Yeah. Oh, well.
So, 2. He could try to acrobatics up the stairs. Let's see. Because he's going to try to run. Oh, yeah. So he kind of like lunges up the stairs as he gets to the turbo lift up there. And you can see him basically turning around. He's not going to be able to trigger it. Well, he'd hit the button, but it's not going to close for effectively the start of your turn. So basically, you have a shot.
Okay, is it my turn?
Yeah, it's your turn.
Okay, cursive.
The doors are closing.
No.
You gonna hold
yeah,
that blaster that guy in the face?
I was either that or I was gonna Stokely stick, just fucking pull him out of the turbo lift.
Do it.
Just by a foot. Just
I think I will actually pull a Stokely spray stick. I'm gonna 5 foot up, pull a Stokely spray stick, and then I want to web him and drag him out of that turbo lift.
Nice. You fucking dared.
No. That's 22, hopefully. Hopefully, maybe.
22, yeah.
Let me double check one thing that might make the difference here since he took the run action. Gotta see if it gives the same. I know I've been running with it. But since this is one that would hose you,
I mean, I don't really expect him to call the cops on me. So, like, I'm not worried about if he gets away, but I would prefer it if I could exact some vengeance on this guy.
Okay, so this one that's slightly different. You lose your dexterity bonus to reflex defense while running, and then you have to make an endurance check if you want to run too far. Okay, so and then whenever you fail it, you go down the condition track. Okay, so without his reflex, he is much lower. So even with cover, yeah, you grab him.
That starts a range grapple, and I'm gonna pull him out of there.
That's uncontested because you just knocked him out.
Oh.
Okay.
You just zap, tug.
Yeah, the electricity's gonna stun him unconscious.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, alright, so combat's over, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna loot all of his friends.
Yep.
I'm gonna loot all of them, actually.
Yeah. Each of them has a vibroblade on them. They each have an extra power cell in addition to the one inside of it. They also,
Nice.
the stun baton and flash pistol also are loaded with power cells. You would find each of them has a fair number of pamphlets of Compnor anti-alien propaganda that's concealed in their jackets.
I
As
keep
well as
them for a collection.
Each of them has a comm link, and each of them has a credit chip with 200 credits on it.
Cool. Keep the credit shits. I'll keep one of their comm links, but throw the rest down the shaft. Dead bodies, I'm gonna throw them down this shaft here. Last guy who's unconscious, right? He's not like dying. He's just
Yeah, you
unconscious.
stunned him, so he's unconscious.
Oh, okay. We're gonna show you guys a little bit of some good old-fashioned revenge. So you said there's railings on this, right?
Correct.
Okay. I'm going to use a couple things here. Okay, it's a real pro gamer move if I do say so myself. Right? I have some synth rope. I have some binder cuffs. Right? I have 4 of these. Yeah, 4 binder cuffs. Except 3 now because I left one on the ISP.
I was gonna say, including the one you left on Doze.
Yep. So I will go ahead and burn another one of those. Right? Leave me with 2. Okay. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this guy's pants. Okay.
Oh my.
In fact, I'm just going to strip him nude. As a matter of fact, I'm going to binder cuff him by the ankles, tie the binder cuffs in the center to the synth rope, tie the other end to the railing, and then push him off the edge.
You're like a humiliation predator.
Yeah, I'm dangling him nude over a huge chasm in Coruscant. Correct.
Could you imagine waking up? I mean, I don't know if would you wake up because all the if you're upside down, don't you die eventually from blood rush or?
I don't think you'd die necessarily, but it would not be comfortable.
I don't want him to die necessarily. I do want him to wake up nude and be like, "Why am I hanging upside down in a chasm in Coruscant?"
Just screaming in from some alleyway.
Yeah, honestly, right before I push him off, so he's bound, right, and like has all this stuff, right. I think I might slap him awake and be like, "Bye," and then push him off.
Just some screams as you move to a turbo lift to leave the area.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and I'll get back in the comp. Hey, slight complication. Don't worry about it. I have to move. I'll meet up with you guys.
You should have told him if you look really close, you can see your buddies down there.
And then cursive, I will go. I want to stay like within runnable distance to the party because splitting the party is terrifying. But I don't want to be here.
I absolutely love how this panned out because first it was they chose the wrong target to making diamonds to they fucked up.
Yeah, classic.
There was the brief moment of
Well,
It'd be like that sometimes, but it's fine. He's nude. His friends are dead. I'm leaving. I robbed them.
yeah, you got paid. It's like
I didn't get paid. These guys are paying.
you got to spend the credits. Why do these credits smell like racism?
Ugh, what is that?
No.
I'm gonna go to a different alleyway and maybe check this one for the clan first and hang out.
You see some stink-eyed human, and you just show them the bloody pamphlet. Like, this could be you.
And yeah, I'm just gonna continue to not sidetrack the game. I literally just wanted to sit off and be a lookout. That's all I wanted.
It literally told me this happens like.
No, you're fine. It's not on you. It's just super funny. Like the one time I'm like, yeah, I can't do clandestine stuff, so I'll be a lookout. And they're like, hey, what are you doing, brother? What are you
Y'all
doing,
ain't from
Brad?
around here.
Hey, you look kind of tall, mister.
It's the Kermit the Frog. It's the Kermit the Frog. Yeah, it's back the way you came.
You went the way you came.
Oh my god, that was amazing. Who did that?
Wow.
That was me.
That was such a good Kermit. Saying such a horrible thing.
Wow, it's actually called the Imperial Center. Yeah, so I'm gonna be a lookout in a different alleyway. Nonchalant.
Alright. You actually spot probably on the upper level just like a grand, like running like a like we'll say like what equivocates to like an ice cream cart that just kind of gives you a nod. Like they probably heard some of that shit and just were like, hey, good job, man.
I'm glad it wasn't me.
Right? I buy any Bush ice cream. That's all.
Oh, dude, if you came over, he'd totally just like hand you whatever he's got. It's like, here you go, man. Oh, I love Grand too. They're underused. They're cool.
Mm-hmm.
I should look at what their racial stats are in Saga. Anyways, I'll do that later. So back to you guys going in. You hear a little bit of. I imagine that's just it's fine. I got it handled. It. You know. You hear the noises of a scuffle over the comments. He forgets to close the link, and then just
That's
I need to
cool.
move. I'm good, but I need to move. It's like it's just dreaded face. Is anyone else here screaming?
For a second, it ended quickly.
That sounds like a man who is held upside down by his pants. I'm kidding. All
I
right.
sense a satisfied Wookiee in the Force.
So you guys head into droid satisfaction. Probably calling ahead to say like you're with Astromech Delights.
Yes, indeed.
Inside you would see as there is a. Let's see. I just looked up the thing. You know, I moved away from it. You guys would recognize a Chibar DR10. Basically, they're. I guess you could get a little more detail if you like from Galactic Protocol, but it's not a major one. But it's a protocol droid that's kind of a hovering ball with a little rotating top. Commonly used in the Empire. I love that this is a protocol droid, and the picture they have of it is it in combat. It's like, thanks, guys, but...
Protocol! My protocol is destroy.
But it's just kind of hovering by the main lobby and just kind of waiting there.
I'm assuming this is their customer service bot.
I'd say from its position very close to the door, yeah, it doesn't look like security. It looks like it's more there to greet you.
Mm. Well, fantastic. Noel will walk in with Miria, and the first thing Noel's going to look for is if there are any sort of security cameras.
Yeah, there are some. I wouldn't say like it's like overwhelming, but they have one basically in the entryway that's kind of watching, and then one that's kind of looking towards the secretary desk, but it doesn't look like it's overwhelming amounts.
Fantastic. And then second thing I would like to do is make some sort of check to see if there are any, people kind of nonchalantly watching us, someone who I might pick out as fishy.
Give me a perception. I'd say the droid's watching you as it seems to be waiting, and it wouldn't take much to check to realize the droid's probably waiting for a moment to approach, or not so much to approach, but to speak.
It's 24.
I'd say you feel pretty confident no one's really giving you any untoward. There is a human working the desk who's just kind of looking towards you with a bit of a smile, but she is a good distance away at like basically the main desk, whereas. But.
All right, fantastic. Noel will quite loudly say to Miria, honey, you said that this shithole was the place that you bought the drone, or sorry, the droid.
Oh.
Yes, dear.
In your pause,
sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, it's just like if you without any loss of cheeriness, you hear the little greetings. I am CHEREE. You can call me Cherry. Is there anything I can assist with you at Droid Services today?
So basically, how when you're on an automated call and you just want to speak with an agent, I just say, speak with an agent, speak with an agent, 0, speak with an agent, just over and over.
Honey.
Aww.
Let the...
You hear the saddest little, like, it doesn't even respond in basic as you just hear a little woo, and then it backs away, and you see like, the receptionist is standing up to walk around, just like, I can help you over here if you want to stop berating Cherry. Thanks. There's a little bit of annoyance in her voice.
Oh my fucking god, this is the greatest plan we've had.
Okay, so while this is going on, all eyes are off of, all eyes are on Noel, I'm assuming.
Oh yeah, you like all the
Okay.
people in the waiting room are watching you. I was gonna have Droidy Big Droid Face kind of like rolls by and then turning its head towards Cherry, and that's why you don't initiate conversation with your betters, and just continues on. And it's like, oh my god.
So,
That droid.
so at this point, I'm assuming Ricky would have made some sort of stealth check to kind of snake his way through the aisles.
Well, I will basically treat it as with extremely favorable circumstances. We'll give him the big +5.
Yeah.
But here, I will take up his sheet and I'll give him a little roll here. As you basically, well, we will say that there's probably nobody in this lobby that actually likes you, but they'll, like, you know, the staff act like they do.
You're gonna give
The
that poor
person-
droid a slightly apologetic look, like.
The person in Goblin's Goblin's chat, Cherry.
Just hello.
Hello.
Sorry, what? Someone in
Oh,
Goblin's
that's
chat?
funny.
They're named
They're-
Cheery.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
This whole session's a fever dream. Carry on.
Oh boy. All right.
I rolled a 2 for Ricky. If anyone wants to adjust that roll.
Yeah. Let's give Ricky a force point. Mm-hmm. There we go. Jawa point. Gonna Jawa that.
Okay, if you want to go ahead and roll the d6 then.
I
All
think it's the
right.
better of 2d6.
Better of 2d6. That's
Oh
right.
yeah, better to yeah.
5.
5? Okay. We will roll for here. Let me clear initiative too, by the way. Just to clear this.
Oh no. So that's a 25. And then they already got the +5 bonus.
Correct.
Ooh. Oh boy. All right.
I am stuck on rolling the dice. Okay, there's theirs. Okay, but there's still also the +5 with yours. So yeah, they're at a 30 total. So
Wonderful.
that's not bad. That's not that bad. Yeah, and even with their +11, they're not really noticing you here. Which it's narrow. They almost do, and there's probably a point where it's like you kind of gotta like
Raise your voice
Drop-
another octave.
like maybe you raise your voice. Miria's actually over there trying to make like maybe extra guilt trip like Noel about Cherry and just or Cherry, excuse me, and just like
oh, this droid's gonna cry. I mean, do you cry, honey?
she's just bullying people. Aww. The
Definitely
rebellion
got an
way.
earwiggle.
I got the wiggle. Earwiggle.
So we will give him a computer check. But if you'd like to make small talk, let's just can I help you? Is there something you're looking for? This is our customer service line. This is what we're here for. It sounds like you bought a droid from us. She kind of looks to Droidy.
Yeah, well, my wife bought this damn droid from y'all, and yeah, Droidy, say something.
What? Yes, sir. What can I do for you, sir?
It's British.
It's whatish?
Sorry. It's a little callous and dry. Y'all messed up with its personality chip.
Sounds like they might be mimicking some of the Senate Navy. Could potentially
Senate
serve out.
Navy, I love that.
I could potentially get you a different personality chip if you want. Is there one that you are looking for?
I'll turn over to Miri and be like, all right, honey, what do you want?
If you want, we can reset it to default. Most astromechs have just a standard binary core.
I mean,
You want this, or I mean, you were also trying to get another droid. You know, perhaps we can look over this misdoing if they give us a nice discount on some new tracks.
I mean, do you have a catalog? I don't know.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Here, if you would step over here, you can. And they do kind of take you ahead of a line. And you see that there's just this this pair of probably well-to-do looking nobles that just kind of narrow their eyes as you're kind of brought to the front as they're just trying to calm. And probably it's not long before you hear them like one of that group start makes it hard to like they're whispering, but the loud whispering meant to be heard. Just like, oh, of course. I guess if I just raise my voice, then I can get faster service, or in this case, get the spot I already had. But in any case, she brings you over, starts showing you different droid models and such. I don't have that all on hand, but I imagine she just kind of
right.
So we established on session, I think it was session 0, that Noel's father was a baron or something like that. Would the I'm assuming these other nobles won't have noticed me at all.
I mean, I could give him a galactic roll or galactic see if any of your basically give you a roll against fame. First of all, do you actually have the fame talent at all? Just because that does give anyone else a bonus to recognize you.
I do not, luckily.
Yeah, they have no idea who you are.
Good.
Not even the secretary seems to recognize you.
Fantastic. Great. So I'm like, all right, honey, we'll indulge them, and we'll I guess we'll walk over to the front of the line as Noel, as he probably passes every person, excuse me, you know, just callous and obvious as he can.
Honey,
pardon me, pardon.
It was that bad. I mean, he's kind of snooty, and he did try to start a fight.
What? I only start fights when you ask me to.
I mean, that's besides the point, isn't it?
Yeah, okay, droidy. When we say, I want to kill that fucker, you know, we don't actually mean like kill the fucker.
I will take him out for you, sir. I will defend your madam's honor. I did not know you were married, but I will now. You see the receptionist. I mean, our droids are supposed to be bound to. I mean, that's already a problem if he's not recognizing that you're your marriage license. Oh, geez. Okay then. Maybe we could bring him in for a diagnosis. There might be other things wrong. Like sometimes these astromechs can get a little quirky, you know. So we usually reset them every so many years.
Well. Here's what we wanted. What we wanted to do was he does make good security, so we would be fine keeping out security, but obviously he is defective, and I'm worried if I keep buying from you, we're just gonna keep getting defective droids, because you know.
Get the most offended scoff from Droidy McDroid face. Defective.
Shh. He'll just shush him. Be like, all right, how do we know if we buy something from you? If we even do, it won't be defective. You know, we're asking for a pretty sizable discount on these new battle tracks that we'll need for him to at least make him work as what we want him for.
I mean, if you want a security droid, I would highly recommend anything but an astromech. We have hunter-killer models. We have full-on. We have different models based off some of the older ones of some of the larger corporations of some. I mean, granted, older base models, but modernized. If you want something more humanoid.
What now? This is me as someone who doesn't have as much Star Wars experience as all of y'all. What was the droid that Ricky wanted?
I don't remember what Ricky wanted. I think he liked it as an astromech because he liked the idea of it.
Yeah.
As an astromech.
Yeah, but he wanted he wanted some sort of battle tracks put on it.
Oh, we talked about potentially giving his tracks back because the original Warden droid that you took his personality out of was tracked. And so, he even talked about how, you could always get one with, there are better than those tracks were made so that he couldn't leave the level, like you couldn't go upstairs. But you could get ones that are made to cycle around and go upstairs, kind of thing.
Okay.
Basically allows him to charge at a much faster speed.
All right. I'll be like, no. Just make him a little bit more mobile. How much would it be normally?
Okay, let's go to our upgrade menu. Out of character, that's me looking literally at the upgrades there.
Yeah.
Miss 717, thank you for the follow. Hello, Draco 646.
Goblin, you missed some you missed some stuff.
Yes, there was some fun stuff.
Oh. Baranchai, thank you for the follow. Hello.
Yes.
Also, hello. Baranchai, if you didn't see it, we are doing a major giveaway. If you do exclamation point giveaway or just go straight for the ticket, we're doing a Switch Lite.
That's right. Let me shout out my love, Cursive Angel, because on her channel, she's in the midst of a subathon and is giving away a Switch Lite.
Nintendo Switch Lite, let's go. This is Star Wars Saga. It's based off the D20 modern system. It's also the same system that they use in the Kodor games. But obviously on a full tabletop setup. Oh, there was something I was going to talk to you guys about before we break up for the night, but I'll wait till when we're done with the roleplay. But
alrighty.
oh, whoa, got another one. Let's see. Miss 717, thank you for the follow.
Yes. See?
No. All right, so yeah, she'd go over to the ones like we have a couple different ones. We have jump servos. Basically, we have standard walking. Your droid currently has the wheeled option, which does make it fairly fast on its own, but does render it so like if there's anything in the way, it has issues with like things that could be on the path. It needs smoother paths. If you would like something faster, we could establish either a full track system, or we could go to a tracked changer system. There are also like underwater drives, hover drives, full flight. That would require an installation of wings in one of his component panels.
What do you think? What do you think Brothulu would geek out most about and find enjoyable coming back from not being able to play today?
I don't know.
I mean, if you want to go off baseline Star Wars, R2-D2 has the hover ones installed, but it's an expensive upgrade. Not quite as expensive as full flight, because that's like not quite speeder speed, but damn close.
Right.
Like because it's 12 squares, and speeders are 12 to 16 squares. So,
I mean, hover jets would be awesome.
Yeah, sure. All right. How much would it be for some hover tracks? I don't even know the hover tracks. That's
okay, so that's times 1. So let me double check. We gotta do some. Let me get a calculator app up. These are all based on cost factors. So for his cost one, his baseline square is already 8 times. Wait, is that right?
Do what?
Oh. No, I did that wrong. Sorry, 1 second. Give me 1 second. I fucked up my calculator. I gotta get. That'd be 14,400 credits.
all right. How do I know that I'm gonna get this and it's not gonna turn British on me?
I mean, if you want a different personality chip, that's a fairly easy upgrade. It's just more. I just need to know which ones you want. You want
Alright.
a particular.
What I want to do is I want to take this. I want to get it installed, and I want a test period. Give me a week. If I don't like it, I'm gonna take it back. If I like it, I'll come back in and we'll pay for it, and I'll let all this go. My wife can walk away happy. I can walk away happy because angry wife makes an angry husband.
Hey now.
Right.
Can I roll like persuasion?
Yeah, we'll go a persuasion.
Okay. And oh boy.
Why
Nice
aren't people
roll.
so happy, Kite?
Oh, that was
Yeah, I
a
did-
5 on the dice though.
I had a decent holiday, Kite. I just don't know what you're referring to with not so happy. Let's take a peek. 25.
While this is going on, I'm just trying to make a lot of time for Ricky to do what he needs to do.
He's doing his
Like,
thing.
I
and
don't
figured
care
his-
if this goes through. So,
I figured not, but like it's one of those things where it's just but it's just more. I was just trying to make sure that this part's played out because the other one I'm just gonna roll at the end of the time. See how well he does.
yeah.
All right, 1 second. I'm just seeing the. Okay. Okay, so if you sorry, for a second I forgot what. Oh yeah, that one. Okay, so she's like, I will need to verify the purchase orders, and I guess we could, as long as we know where precisely what security project they are being tasked with. If you're talking travel beyond Imperial Center, we're not going to be able to facilitate that unless we have a representative on the planet you are going to, just because we need to be able to ensure that the property isn't entirely taken out of the grasp of droid services, if for any sort of trial period. There is a contract involved, but it is something we certainly could offer.
Yeah,
Could
us.
I get your name and do you have your order number?
Or order number. Is that something?
It's probably something you probably would have needed to forge before coming in here. That's like, there's no chance in hell you're gonna have that. You don't have a receipt for your purchase, and you're basically in here trying to get a deals at Target kind of thing, you know?
I
Okay.
mean, you don't really need to see all that, do you?
Oh, you are. Oh no. Sorry if that was loud.
Oh no.
Natural ones suck.
Hold on.
I mean, it's
Well, you
a
can't
skill
fix a
check,
natural
right?
one. But it's on the force powers. You can always fail.
Oh,
force
yeah.
Power. So it's like, so in that case, that's literally just her, just like kind of just. I do. I mean, we always have to, and without that, I won't be able to process or properly charge, or like we need to like. And she says the most logical thing that never works on any Karen or Kevin in the world is that I need to ensure that you bought this droid from us and not from some other service, because otherwise we would be compensating you for our competitors' failures. Which never works, no matter who you try to give that argument to. Everyone's like, how dare you? You all sell the same things, as if that's...
All right. Since I'm having fun using these destiny points in manners which are fun for me as a player,
Sure.
I'm gonna say, excuse me, miss. What's your name? I so awful of me for, just dragging into you. What? May I back up and ask your name?
I said Terran.
Isoterin. All right. Well, that's a lovely name, miss. I really hate to ask this, but and I know this personally from running businesses with my family, as I'm sure you're running the front of house, but I know for certain customers a certain stature, you always give that little, hint little discount. well, it's for a project I can discuss. I'm gonna need a little bit more covertly, but can't you, just give it to me, just as a little favor. As I'll burn a force point. I don't know if I feel okay actually flirting with someone, but you can fill in the blanks role play if you wish.
And are you spending force point or a destiny point?
Sorry, destiny point. And I say just put this under as a comp under your name, specifically to get her in trouble as, oh yes, this is a comp which which she is giving to a customer, a comp from her, like a customer service comp, which is probably going to get her in a lot of trouble.
Okay. I will put that on a roll still, but we will make it possible. I'd say normally she probably wouldn't. Just see.
While this is going, oh wait, you said you were gonna roll at the end for Ricky. Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Basically, based on how much time and how well it goes. Like if they go to alarm, then it's like okay, that.
Yeah.
The quality he gets in the time.
Yeah, just trying to give Ricky as much time as possible. All right, I just ate a destiny point to try to corrupt her into sabotaging her own stature with the company, but her own standing in the company. But what else would you like me to roll for this? Would this be a persuasion or a deception?
I guess
they're both the same.
Oh yeah, just give me a roll on either. Then it's not really it's.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll say 20 with this.
27.
Oh damn. All right then. So we'll put on that she actually goes through the motions of it and actually takes you back to start taking the scans. Probably to the point that until, we'll just say because of how it works, it does give a massive opening, but in the end it does also still come to the point of just as much as she's letting it occur, there's a point where then like other people come in, like the technician comes in and is like, but we don't have a service number. Like this isn't our account, what are you doing? Like, she's like, yeah, but it's whatever name you gave her. I don't know if you're giving your real name.
No, it's I was specifically asking for her to comp it, her as customer service and just type in her name.
Right, I get that part. It's just like the technician and them would just be talking, and she's like, yeah, but it's for like Mr. Depp, it's like it's just them talking in front of you, and so it's like however you identified herself as. Like she'd be like, well, come on, it's just basically a technique because it's not a complete success with this one because of the roles kind of and I allow normally I just say out of hand this isn't possible, but since you said this destiny point, I'm allowing it.
Yeah. So to try to clarify what I would want to happen ideally, and granted failures happen in TTRPG, that's fine. Is so when I got my first laptop. I got it through my uncle who worked for Dell, and he comped it under his name and his discount.
No, Stormy, I understand that fully.
Yeah.
I am fully with you there.
Okay, good.
She's bringing you back to a little office area they have to basically they can basically take apart the parts and put it on and basically show you. Do you like this? And if we complete this, it's going to be this, and don't worry. She's making sure it's nice for you. She's basically taking you back to a showroom. And then once the technician comes in to start doing it, they're like, why is there no certain, what is this one? And then that's where it's it's not getting fully comped because she's trying to just basically push it through without making an official number. Because the official number would need more control, and so she's basically just trying to just do it off the books.
Okay.
That's the benefit I gave you, because it's a middling success. Not enough that you're going to get away scot-free with it.
Sure.
She's basically, it's as if you added it to a queue of a friend who would do it for free, but now there's some other nosy Nelly that's but this isn't how we do things. So you bought plenty of time. It's more so you're very successful in that regard.
Very good. Okay.
Getting anything free, I'm not really. It's no, that's not really good enough to warrant.
Sure. Okay, but we did satisfy getting enough time for Ricky.
Oh yeah, you probably burned.
Okay,
an hour doing this because it takes a while before. She actually shows you a couple of different upgrades. They install some little temporary systems where it's okay, normally this would fold up and go on the sides of his legs. Here's the tread system. Here's the hover system. He has enough fuel to hover for 3 seconds to show you how it works.
Oh, that's cool.
And basically just showing you some of the things they can install. At one point, she installs what they call a personality downloader, which she does say there's a military application version that lets your droid download himself into other droids. That can be very useful, but that one's a bit more expensive and would require a down payment. But otherwise, she does probably cycle through, much to Droidy's chagrin, as she starts cycling him through different personalities from like you get like some like surfer one to far too peppy like female cheerleader, like all these different personalities, and he's just like
loyal maid.
Like after like I hate you all. Like, at one part you just hear query, why are we doing this? And then it's just like nope.
No, not that one.
So two easy ways out on this one with getting what we want, but would have massive consequences for the story. One is if I give them my family's account, which we probably have an account here. Let's be realistic.
Yeah.
That would be that would be fun. Or number two, we could give them some information that we have available from Lizondos's from Lizondos's tech, which would probably put ISP on our trail. So it's costs and benefits here. Do we want to make Droidy McDroid face hover, put ourselves in danger, or do we feel like we achieved what we needed to do here and we can leave?
I mean, it sounds like a chance to throw heat on your family if that's what you're trying to do all along.
Yeah, I think that would be good to do. I personally, as a player, don't have a problem doing that. But that is a huge call that's going to probably have story implications or make our time a little bit harder. So I usually don't like asking like players like, "Hey, what do you feel about this?" like in the middle of a important decision, but this does seem pretty important. So how do y'all feel about doing that? It may open up a fun new arc for the campaign. Who knows?
I'm fine with it if that's something you want. And I don't know if Goblin is out of
Hey, Goblin, are you there?
He might have muted himself.
Yes.
Goblin, muted.
I've been muted on Discord and talking to you guys for a while.
Oh,
no biggie. It's fine.
I'm going to have to go look at your stream and find out what you were saying.
That's fun.
I'm very curious if you said anything to the personality shifter one, just because I thought that was amusing.
I didn't, but I figured. But no, so I'm fine with it as long as whatever happens, we don't put ourselves in heat right now. Like, we cannot. If we don't put ourselves under ISB scope any further, then that's fine.
I mean, I don't think they know that Noel is involved, so I'm not sure it would be right away.
Lizondos did. So if Lizondos did, then then ISP probably does.
Since he knew you were acting sus as fuck. He didn't know who you were.
Yeah, he didn't know our names.
All right. Well, this will probably have some pretty fun consequences, and I would love to see it played in with my character's backstory and progression and dealing with my family. So I'm going to. Okay, so my brother, my oldest brother, the heir to the Gareth family. So my name is Noel. His name's gonna be Lon, Lon, because Noel is the complete opposite of his brother Lon.
Wow.
So I'm gonna put it under Lon Gareth, and I would be very, very personally upset if Lon didn't have a account here or the Gareth family didn't.
Droid Services is very common and is like, I mean, they literally cover most of all the Imperial like civilian contracts, so it's like that's very logical that they would be covering.
Yeah, and if he needs any sort of credentials that I am a noble, I may have a signet ring on me. I believe that's part of it all. Excuse me. I am sipping on some nice Coquito, by the way.
Some what?
Coquito. It's a Puerto Rican spiced rum drink. Very nice.
Gotcha.
Sounds nice. Okay. Let's see. This is kind of, it's not really a forgery directly, but I mean, it is still because you're signing for a different member of your family. Give me a computer use. You said you're pretty decent at it. This is basically like a digital forgery. I basically like that
you're forging his signature.
Yeah,
it's not terribly hard, I'll say. But it is enough of a thing that I would say this is a failable roll. Okay. So with that one, as the technician gets in and gets a little spicy with you, and the girl's trying to just like, I mean, come on, it's a fake, like, you know, it's fine. And there's even a conversation where he's like, you could have put this under your name, but you didn't. Why? And she's like, well, I just figured it's mine. It's just, I mean, there's a billion of these parts. And then finally just see you talk and mention lawn and basically that you're putting it on that account. She's like, oh, okay, yeah, the medical corporation.
Yeah. I'm sorry, you know, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not blown away by y'all's customer service. I came in here a little hot-headed. I made a mistake. But to be fair, you made more mistakes. So just please, I'm sorry, but let's just be done with this. Thank you. As he kind of waves his hand around and kind of paces.
Oh, so you're just backing out entirely then?
No. Oh, I'm not backing out.
He's just making a scene still.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah, I feel like I still need to make a scene because while this is happening, Ricky is still doing what he's doing, and we came in here to make a scene, so I don't want to make it seem like I'm not.
You don't want to be in a side office where people might notice him now. So you're basically
yes.
backing out of the office so everyone in the hallway in the main lobby look at you, not at Ricky.
Yeah, so like basically if there's a door open, I'm like kind of walking to like the threshold of the door, like kind of waving my hand like thank you, you know.
We could do this one. We could probably look at some discounts on some upgrades if you want to do that. But otherwise, we could do this one as per the trial. But we will have to, and then we'll put that with the Gareth account.
Yes.
Should be easy, especially if it's being security for like a medical facility. Like this will be perfect. We could think of a whole bunch of different ones. We have a whole think tank that's devoted to that kind of stuff. There's far better chassis than an astromech though. Astromechs are made for like fighter pilots and such like that, and like general science. And then sometimes like starship repair, but otherwise.
I mean, this astromech knocked out 4 Rhodians that tried to mug us in an alley, so he's pretty good.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, like some droids will get like quirks and get really good at things that they're not designed for. But then imagine him in a battle mech droid, like, you know, it's like I would just say like because I mean she's a saleswoman still.
Right.
So if Lon is the complete opposite of Noel very like, I would say Noel is canonically asexual, so I'm gonna say Lon definitely has a pleasure house that he runs.
Oh my God.
He's gonna give or like some sort of club that Lon hangs out with, like to do like unscrupulous things. He's gonna give that as the comp address.
Oh, that's lovely.
This is the wildest trip to a droid store I've ever heard of.
It's just like, you know, like, yeah, this is for the clinic for everyone after they do their things. It's like we need security on that clinic.
Bro Thulu is not going to believe this when he comes back.
What the fuck did you all do to my son?
What did you guys do to him? I'm so lost.
We put hover thrusters on him.
And get him an exotic dancer persona. Wait, what?
There was a talk of getting. I mean, that's the other thing is you did push for the actual upgrade of a droid's personality is only a 100 credit thing. So like, if you push that hard for that one, like that's the one thing is. Not that I'm pushing for, because I feel like you might get stabbed by a certain Jawa when they find out you've done it, like when they're back in the game. But I suppose if you were that adamant of I hate the British accent, they probably would have changed it to something else. It's like they asked if you wanted binary default, which would be standard like R2 unit, but
Ricky did keep a backup. He said he made multiple copies of Droidy McDroid Face's interface ?
His personality.
His personality, yeah, yes.
Oh, yeah, because he did ask about
something like
that. He asked, I do recall that conversation after he nearly died. He said he was going to do that.
Yes.
It does take some. You have to put it on a system, but you guys have a couple spare like data pads and stuff with enough to put it on, so it's not exactly a terribly large process. Okay. So you know what? I'm gonna pull the trigger on that one that I joked about with one. So as you're walking with Droidy McDroidface, you get one that's literally just effectively the voice is just rather satiny smooth and female, as it's just this like Jessica Rabbit.
Yes. Yes. Perfect.
Deckel's just over here like, eh.
Oh no, Droidy's hot.
Let's just. Trey is probably gonna stab you, but you know that's.
Or alternately, Trey will love it.
Bro Thulu just decides to just.
Yeah, names.
Yeah, I apologize.
You're fine.
I don't see why this was so necessary, but all right.
Oh, I love that.
Just wait till it's in combat.
Oh, wonderful.
Hey,
meanwhile,
hey, Droidy.
Yeah,
Next time you see Ricky and out of character when Trey is here, or sorry, god damn me, when Bro Thulu is here.
That's not even the right name anymore. That's why I can't say the other because he changed his handle. It's like,
Yeah.
fuck.
For the record, everybody knows his first name is Trey. At least.
Oh, okay.
Everybody who's been on your stream,
I've heard Crick's name him. That's why I thought it's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's fine.
My bad then. Oh, my bad. I wasn't aware, so I was trying to be cautious. So
No,
it was like,
it's
hey,
reasonable, and I try not to do it. But the problem is now I'm like, it's not Brothulu anymore. What is it? Fuck, I don't know. I'll say the other name.
hey, next time you see Ricky Wall players here, you need to call him Daddy Ricky, because you know he is your father, right?
You have no idea how.
You know that, right?
I do know he is my father.
Great. All right. So what's his name?
Yes, Daddy
What's
is
his name?
Far superior.
Absolutely. Can you repeat that for me?
Daddy Ricky.
Perfect. Great job. Don't change it.
Clip it.
All
I'm gonna
right.
clip Daddy Ricky right now.
Or would you prefer? Would you prefer if I just said Ricky, Daddy?
Noel probably stutters. It's like, yep. I either would do. Great thinking.
Fucking kid.
I can't believe. All right then. In any case, let's give that use computer roll off his sheet. We'll see how this goes.
Yeah, let's go.
Bro Thulu, when you see this, I am sorry. I don't even know if he rewatches these when he misses one, but if he does,
No, he is your father, right?
all right. Computer use. I guess it's at, oh yeah, it's at the bottom. Use computer.
You know that, right?
That's definitely plenty of time. I'll actually give that one a full 10.
So what's his name?
You guys gave him a huge window.
You have no idea how. You know that, right?
I do know he is my father. Man, again, the stealth I rolled a 2. That one I rolled a 3. You have no idea how.
You know that, right? That is such an amazing modifier. Oh, with the plus 10, yeah. That's still very good.
Would you prefer if I just said? All right. So on a hostile computer, because it starts. Oh no, because you're on a friendly computer. So DC would be 25. So that does still make it. So yeah, that literally was only on a 1. So.
Aw, thank you for the head pet, Sin.
Oh, there's. Oh, Sin, thank you for the head pats and the posture check and hydrate. And I have Propel now. It's lovely. I love it. Oh, shit.
What's up?
Oh, just Bronchite was talking about how there's someone who changed their name recently for us, but they never, and then they went to bed, and I'm just like, they never identified who they were prior though, so they changed their name, and I have no idea who they are.
They've been wanting to change their name, so if I change it, I'm gonna tell.
Okay. Oh yeah, because they just came in. That's their first time chat above. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
Never mind. Ignore it. For a second, I just was like, wait a second, is that someone I know? I mean, I know them in chat. But anyways.
Yes.
So yeah, Ricky is coming out with the information and coming out to that, and just probably, I'll leave it for whatever his reaction is, because I imagine him. I mean, or I suppose we could employ Goblin to DM him, just be like, so if you randomly came back and droid him a droid face.
If you want to know the truth, I feel like he probably enjoyed Droidy's personality as is. However, he's probably not going to be too opposed to the change, knowing what I know about Berthulio.
Wonderful, wonderful.
All right, but you do manage to get some information. I'm just wondering if he's going to shoot somebody in the shin. It's like that feels like that. Like if he did that, the mode upon finding out, then that's kind of a well.
No, and I mean to be fair, he did stay like forever ago that he does have copies of Droidy's personality. So like,
yeah, if he wants to undo it, he can literally just undo it, and
then he'll be fine.
And then Droidy will shoot you in the chin.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's fine.
Droidy might do that as it is, don't you? What have you done to me as I just beating you in your shins? Actually, that's not even beating you in the shins, because I just remembered how much Droidy hits for. I'd be like, and your knee's pulverized.
Oh, right? No.
Well, him and Ricky are the same size. Ricky would just be fully knocked out. Like, there's no way.
Well, I mean, anyways. So, with that one, you do manage to find some information. You managed to find out that... Oh, I'm on the wrong side of it. So for CZ, there we are. So you've managed to find out that they were assigned to, they were for Republic Senate over to the government contractor that is Droid Services for refurbishment and assignment. They were put in the Cocoa District. You managed to find out that he was refurbished at Droid Services and then assigned to a communications node in the Amenshi Spire 4 months ago. But unlike the ones that were assigned to the government offices and the ISB offices, he was taken off the list. But, so he basically was moved to some sort of, something that where it's like he wasn't registered as anything. He literally was removed and then deleted. Although his registries all still exist in the common places, as we've seen as, but you do manage to find that they seem to be in charge of some major levels of communications for specifically Project Sarlaac. What particular, you'd probably have to get their location, but they are probably in the tower. You do manage to find things such as their maintenance codes, stuff like that would basically allow you to identify yourself as a mechanic. Basically things that would basically just code phrases and such to basically allow him to not be on guard. Also, you managed to find also his own confirmation code for a radio, which basically, since he was handling things such as requisitions, for the Amenshi Spire. Using as such, you could potentially contact, what is it, I gotta find the company it's called, but it's specific. Corecraft. Corecraft was the area that basically supplies the construction level, which is closer to the 180 levels. Which, with that one, including... Now, granted, they have a very limited scope of what's on their catalog that they could order for it, but basically you wouldn't have to pay for getting a speeder and some construction gear to basically pass with almost no incident. Because you could basically you could use his confirmation code and basically get permits, uniforms, and a speeder transport.
Yeah, sounds immensely useful, actually.
Right.
Otherwise, you do also find some that would allow you to potentially... pass for security if you want to try that route, but that would take you going through the sub-level and making your way through the entire tower. Going through the construction level would probably be closer to your objective, but maybe more closely watched to a degree. At the same time, passing for Imperial Stormtroopers with a Wookiee on board and a Jawa would be harder than...
Right, I feel like the construction is the best way in. Once we get up there, it sounds like I need to put on a show.
Yeah.
Yeah, Corecraft does supply enough that you would even be able to get things that would look like... You wouldn't be able to get the full uniform, like the pauldrons and the helms are something that they maintain, because those are actually...
Nice, snazzy cloak and such.
The cloak and the black suit with the red line across the pectorals, yeah, that one is definitely something that just would be civilian made. I highly doubt that's like Cortosis weave fabric. It's like, no, Go fuck
They
yourself.
wish.
They'll tell you it is though.
Right. Well, the last one we
But
faced.
you will- still, you'll have to probably fool your way into Core Craft. They have a skyscraper warehouse. It's about 100 stories tall, but you do have information showing the staging area. So you basically go there, present the code, make sure you don't seem sketchy, and then basically there they would give you you could basically put in an order for like a cargo speeder truck, and then fill it with goods that seem fitting.
Indeed.
Okay.
This also means that you could potentially score for yourselves if you find anything. I don't have a set list again. It doesn't give me that, but there are like construction tools that are useful for other things. So if you guys wanted to get like, a cutter or something like that, you could probably get it here and then
Yeah, like some
take it with you.
industrial drills or industrial cutters or
I mean, I
some
think
stuff that really let
Ricky
us
already
get
has a
involved.
cutter.
Yeah, but these would be
Yeah.
like ones made for like
Yeah, these would be like the big ones, like the two-handed, like these are
Oh,
made to
nice.
like weld the stuff into, like you could get that stuff and put it on your thing and be like, yeah, we're bringing in heavy materials. And it's like, and when you get to the site, they'll be questioning it, but the deploying station will just be like, okay, because they're getting paid. You're basically just charging the Imperials.
Right.
Oh, I love that idea, actually. All right, so we have all that information. What are we doing?
If you want to go through the route through the construction, you'll need to go to Core Craft then.
Yeah.
Right.
We need to get some fake credentials, right?
Well, that's part of the benefit of since you went to the droid ones. You can literally basically use CZ 3T.
Oh, they already have
code.
the code. Yeah.
Basically, put in a false application and then immediately approve yourself to basically under his. Because basically, it's not that he.
We're requisitioning
one.
it. Got it.
Because you basically, it's not that he actually has the authority to do that, but he knows the codes to say this is the code of someone with a completed pass, and then basically, literally the Imperial system will send you a pass. That's not even a forgery. It's just they'll catch up eventually, and it's just at the moment they won't. They'll just be like, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
By the time they find out, it's whatever.
Right. So what do we want them to have? What materials do we want them to have for us?
Definitely false uniforms, particularly for like, well, something that's going to excuse. We might be able to dress Ricky like an Ognaut.
I mean, yeah.
Might be able to dress Ricky as an Ognaut, and then Wookiees are in fact just very common slave labor. So I don't really know. I know that. Cursive, feel free to correct my deep lore on this because it's been a long time. But if memory serves, there are particular markers or indicators the Empire uses on like Wookiee binds and things like that to like mark them as property.
I believe so. That's what I was actually just double checking too.
So
I know
we
that
might-
they do certain things.
Yeah, we might get our hands on some of those, and then I can just don those because obviously me walking around in Beskar is not really an option.
Right.
But getting a crate, like I would say, or like you could easily order a few crates, and you could have literally a locked crate that you could put all
Yeah.
your armor in.
Yeah, for sure.
And then all you have to do is basically tag it with Inquisitor only, and then basically tag it with her name, whatever. So
We can always tag it with a Draco since apparently no one knows he's dead.
I mean that's the problem with working so clandestine that your higher ups don't even know you're dead.
Right.
Right. That's the thing is we could really falsify a lot of stuff in Draco's name, considering the fact that like Inquisitors have the run of the show, and then no one knows Draco's dead. So,
We could have done it in Draco's name,
it's okay.
but we
though.
probably didn't have his credentials.
But it's all right. We should definitely get some uniforms for. Should get the closest we can to an Inquisitor uniform for Miria, and then
Indeed.
Noel's definitely gonna need a uniform. I'm gonna need some amount of whatever the Empire is using for binders, and then we might even repaint Droidy to be an Imperial unit.
I mean you'll probably want to tell Droidy to also stick to binary because Imperial units never have voices.
Yeah, I think we definitely relay that to Droidy.
Like, no matter what. It's like,
Yes, especially husky feminine voices.
that'd be very odd. Yes, that'll be. I would say that would be a +10 to their sense motive.
I
So
don't
basically,
think
like-
they'd be upset about it though. So I feel like I would make the argument that Droidy gets an advantage or some amount of a bonus to persuasion.
I mean, at the same time, if you're not an Imperial crew, they'd just be like, "That's not standard Imperial thing, but you're a civilian work crew." So I mean, but
Right.
because you're not the ones passing as like stormtroopers or officers.
Right. But yeah, that's my thoughts. That's as we should get ordered. And aside from that, probably some tools to actually help us get through things, if we need to. So probably, yeah, actually an industrial cutter, like something that can get through some thick Durasteel. Maybe like, Cursive again. Feel free to correct my deep lore in this, because I don't quite remember how this works. Wouldn't like if I were to take a really strong magnet or electromagnet and put it in like the comms area of wherever we're going, if we needed to like jam signals or at least scramble something, could we just do that? Could we just take an electromagnet, put it in the comms room, and we just
Not generally with the Star Wars ones. That doesn't terribly affect it because they are able to like transmit through like magnetic storms and stuff like that. That stuff will
fair
warp
enough.
it. But so I've never seen anything that indicates magnets are a major way. There are such thing as white noise generators, which are basically does the same thing and aren't exactly, but they will hone in on those and destroy them. I mean, you guys literally encountered one. But otherwise, inhibit. They don't actually. No, that's the wrong type of chip. But inhibitor chips and collars are the two used for Wookiee slaves.
Okay, collar for sure then.
Yeah. Inhibitor slaves, the inhibitor is literally the same one of the inhibition chips were preventing them from striking back at their masters. It didn't actually stop any of their aggression if they had it naturally, but it basically, if they ever took a like a whip or something, then it basically utterly stopped them from willing themselves to strike back.
Okay.
So basically, when they grew, and then the collar itself was a.
Is it a deck collar? The ones
It's
that
like a
blow up.
shock collar.
Yeah, well, it would. It also had the explosion too. Yeah, because they didn't do they didn't do the Tatooine explosion chips. They're just inhibition chips because that's a transmitter chip. A transmitter chip are the slave ones that explode. And those are usually put in your neck.
Gotcha. Okay. Then yeah, I'll definitely take one of those collars, begrudgingly.
The inhibition chip goes in the back of the skull, so you're not going to need that really, because it's feasible that they wouldn't know if it's unless they go to check.
Right. Are they gonna do an X-ray on your skull when you walk in?
Oh, right. That's fair. That's what you're getting at. Okay. What else should we get then? I mean, obviously a large chest, I guess, makes sense, so we can haul this stuff around. Like a sealed chest, ideally.
Right. How much weight can you carry, Wookie?
A lot. Let me look up Saga Edition maths for carrying.
Is that large size plasma cutter is 110 kilos?
Pretty positive I can carry that.
Yeah, there's some pretty cool stuff. A security kit is fairly expensive. A power generator, fairly expensive.
Let's see. Encumbrance. Total equals or exceeds the square of 1/2 of your character's strength score. You're carrying a heavy load. So my strength score is 20 for just so we can get encumbrance figured. So then oh, yeah, okay. So the amount of weight that you can lift in kilograms based on your strength score is determined by following the following formula. Strength score squared by times 0.5. So if you had a strength score of 15, you could lift 112.5 kilograms. So strength score of 20.
200.
Yeah, 200. I can shoulder that thing. So I was thinking about taking E-Web as a main weapon. I'm pretty sure that's a bit heftier.
Well, if you want it. It's a thing that might get us into a place that we might otherwise not be able to get into.
It's true. Yeah, we should do that. And then a big sealed crate that if we're all okay with it, we should probably pile some gear in there. Ideally, at least my armor and my axe.
Mm-hmm.
Probably Noel's blaster. I don't think they're going to have too many armaments outside of the Sith in there.
Right. Oh, yes. Do I need to do a roll to put a different kyber crystal in my lightsaber?
Yeah, to reassemble lightsaber with the different kyber crystals, use the force check. There's no major one to loss, so I would say you could take 20 on this because it could harm it to a degree that you could have to reassemble it. But...
Right.
Just trying to think of what else we would need, because like a cutter is going to get you through most problems that comes from Durasteel, like a good industrial cutter. Obviously, Cursive, I think they run on power cells, but whatever fuel source this thing uses, I want to get like 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah, that's easily done.
So other than a cutter, I don't know, because like we're not heisting the place technically, but I feel like maybe like a regular size like power drill that's just real strong would be useful. But we have a torch, so I guess not. I don't know. I don't know what else to get. A big box I can put my stuff in, a drill I can carry, or a cutter I can carry around with some fuel. That's fine. What do you think, Dekel? What else do we need?
I mean, can't think of anything that's on the list. Like,
Better question. What do we want? Because here's the thing: we're charging the Imperials for this, and then whenever we leave, right? Like, regardless of how this plays out, this is like the final push. So, like, we're off of Coruscant after this, right?
we better be.
I mean, like, Cursive, that's like the idea, though, right?
Correct.
So then, who says we have to drop it there? Technically,
Right.
I mean, we probably will, but we could also take this industrial cutter and a bunch of other stuff that's very useful generally.
Let's see.
And
Would
keep
a
all this on the ship.
major construction crew use any detonite?
They could, but I would say there are certain items. So if you guys get anything that I would deem suspicious,
Yeah.
then that's when they get a roll to basically flag you.
Gotcha.
Like,
Gotcha.
basically, that's why you're not told what to buy. You're not told these are the materials that they would see. There are certain materials, and there are some even ones that would be considered restricted or military that you could buy that doesn't even bat an eye because it's an Inquisitor tower. And so it's like at the same time there are other ones that would there are some that are immediately just mines. But if you buy that item, that's immediately they're on you. And so it's like because they're like, why are they buying that? And so I'll tell you that in that case, I'd say detonation. You're fairly certain there's probably unless there's a demolition order, they're probably not.
Right, that'd be a good question.
Well, what can we get that's reasonably below the radar? That would. I mean, there's tons of
It's
stuff.
like I didn't want to recommend it, but just because I'll give you one for free, that would be fairly obvious. There is such a thing called a comm scrambler that's just 20 kilometers, no comm works. Period. It's just because like they point out that a lot of stormtroopers will literally mount that on a one, and then they use LADAR communication because LADAR is just a laser. You can't break it. As long as you get the laser communication, it sends it. And so they basically carry that into war. And so it's like, but at the same time, if you brought that in, they'd be like, why? At the same time, I don't think that Core Craft would have that, and they'd still probably alert someone that you just ordered it.
Right. It's got to be something that a construction company would have.
No, what do you think? What can we reasonably get that's not going to give suspicion?
From a construction site.
From a construction company, like the guy that you order from, like your vendor.
Realistically, you can get some pretty fucking shady shit in construction. You can actually get explosives as a contractor without going through a lot of the proper channels, especially if you just have a demolition permit.
Yeah, but we're assuming they don't have a demolition order, so.
That's the thing, is what I was saying earlier. I think you may have missed, Noel, was basically They certainly would have explosives. That's very much within like det cord is
Yeah,
very
yeah,
commonly used in the.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like their det cord because I know our det cord is different. Theirs is actually a fairly large explosive, but it's very.
But they would tell the Inquisitorius on us.
But they would be like, well, they also just would tag it with what det job is this for because it's like that's a very controlled thing.
Yeah, I got
Whereas
that.
if you bought like a liquid cable dispenser, they'd be like, that makes perfect sense. Those things can hold a ton each of like that. You would just be assembling a minor crane.
Yeah, I got that. I was just being asked what, my company could get realistically. That was kind of sketchy.
Yeah.
But other than that, you can probably get some pretty hardcore industrial acids to do some etching. They'll realistically eat away at steel and concrete.
Fair.
Just trying to think of construction materials which cost an arm and a leg. I mean that's really the only two things which kind of jumps out. There's plasma cutters, which are used nowadays to cut rebar.
Yeah, we're getting one of those.
Yeah, they go pretty fast. I mean, they can eat through, like a nice plasma cutter can eat through a 1 inch, which is a number 8 piece of rebar in like literally 4 seconds. Like that thing can eat through an inch of steel in 4 seconds.
Repulsor boots, or you could also use a repulsor hitch.
Oh,
Yeah.
I wish we got those at my company.
Right?
Yeah, that's actually a fair point. I see what you're doing here, Kurt. Yeah, okay. So why don't we get like 2 liquid cable dispensers, and then repulsor hitch.
If you don't know how to
Like
character
access equipment.
repulsor hitch is literally just a metal thing you can attach to something heavy, and then it has a thing like that you literally could either grab and basically allows like a droid, and basically it's just a self-encased repulsor that to take anything that's up to 200 kilograms. It can be moved as though it weighs only 2.
Okay, so like access equipment.
Right.
So
Access equipment.
Let's actually get 2 of those. One so we can put it on one on the crate, have droidy haul it, and then another one just in case.
I mean, yeah, repulsor hitches are amazing because even like surveillance droids can carry that shit.
Yeah.
It's just they literally just grab it and pull it away.
It's basically a pallet jack except anti-grav.
Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll get those. Get a couple liquid cable dispensers.
Repulsor boots aren't bad and aren't terribly expensive. They give you a massive bonus to climb checks.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say it. I mean, it is fairly common knowledge, but contractors have access to fire marshal and city keys, so which can basically get you inside of any building within a side of the jurisdiction. I don't know if we can find any of those in like a superintendent's office.
What that would translate in the Star Wars world too is basically you would, when you guys bring up your thing and say, hey, we're new hires, we're being hired for this job, they're going to give you uniforms for based on your role. You're going to have to make sure that you're pitching your aliens as their proper roles. Because if they walk up and get dressed as a slave right there, then Court is going to immediately alert the Imperials.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But then they're going to hand you code cylinders. Like you're almost guaranteed to get a workman code cylinder, each of you. And that would include that. Because then basically, even like a droid can read that without it being plugged in. And they'd be like, oh yeah, you're allowed in.
Good, okay.
In light of that, we need to pass Ricky off as an Ognot, actually, because Jawas are not common. Ognots are fairly common in Imperial. So
yeah, and Jawas are seen as untrustworthy by the Imperials. They would never.
Yeah. So can we put him in? I forget what they call them, cursive, but you know, like those. They use them for. I forget what they're called. They're basically an arc flash suit, but they have like a rebreathe.
Like an environment suit.
Yeah.
They call those HEVs in the Saga edition.
Yeah, can we get him one of those? Would that be just
HEVs would be perfectly reasonable?
Yeah, because I think if getting him one of those and then passing him off as an Ognot, they're not going to.
Especially since it would be sized for him.
Exactly. Yeah. So it would. They're not going to care. They're going to be like.
And also, like they wouldn't look too terribly hard at like that one because like if they think he's an Ognot, so that would be a. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so that one's well within the realms. And also that would also kind of be a unspoken, okay, he's not a prisoner, because they're gonna look supposed to make sure like Kresh doesn't do anything crazy. But if like Ricky, it's like, well, if he starts working on a computer, that makes sense.
Yeah.
If they see him planting in a bomb or something, then then they're gonna be like, oh,
Yeah, a bit of an issue. So those are all good. I think I do actually think oh man. No, actually that's stupid. I don't want to do that. I want to miss that. We got a great big cutter. We've got a really big crate. We basically have 2 anti-grab lifts. Getting repulsor boots for Noel, Miria, and Ricky would be ideal. For one, I don't think I'll need them, and then for 2, I don't think they would give them to a slave. So, I think I'm all set on repulsor boots. Yeah.
Yes, we need a what are those like half utility versions of the AT-AT?
Oh, the ones that are just like the chassis.
Yeah.
Nah, I can't think of anything else we really need because the cutter's going to get us through most things. We don't need a drill if we have a cutter. I guess some basic caution tape or whatever they have variant of that, right? And then like cones and some other stuff so we can make like an air quotes construction area. You know what I mean? Like I know it's like a whole zone, but also we could just cone off a little area and be like, no, don't come over here. No, it's totally you just don't know about this, dude. This Tigre Sith shit over here. You don't want to come over here.
Some stay out tape.
yeah, some stay out tape would be great. Oh, and I want to get Noel an extra clean hard hat that says OSHA.
I actually put together a board of things that I'm going to require me. Oh, let me find them.
Wait a minute. I've seen this meme. I know what you're doing.
Oh no.
Oh Jesus. Okay.
I'm gonna need those 3 pieces specifically.
Imagine not having a pearl snap. Cursive, I think we're good. I don't know what else we could need.
It can't say OSHA. It has to say like Imperial Center. Wait, what's the what was their term? Was it Imperial Center?
Yeah, like standards and measures or something.
Are you talking about like what they call Coruscant?
Well,
yeah.
Like the there's like a bunch of bureaucratic organizations like.
Oh yeah.
The Imperial Center Safety and Health Organization. The ISHO. Yeah, there we go.
ISHO.
Or administration at the end. ISHA. There we go.
Oh my god.
I think we lost Cursive, by the way.
Oh no.
She's probably just letting us roleplay, to be honest.
No, she's out of Discord.
Oh really?
Yeah,
server,
if you go look at the
down.
stream. Yep.
Oh no, that's definitely a crash.
Yes. We'll give you a few minutes. I think we're just doing the planning tonight. I don't foresee us going without.
Yeah, it's fine. Well,
Yeah,
luckily, I'm going
Noel
to...
can pretend to be a construction manager.
I've added a stream marker just now so that I can rewind it like 5-10 minutes.
Right.
And
Isn't that kind of ironic for you, Noel?
yeah, exactly.
Because I usually pretend to be a construction manager as well.
This is my favorite thing about this plan is that we're literally going to make him a foreman. It's my favorite thing about this plan.
Oh, hey, it's already back up. Okay, so
Hello, yes.
Hello.
Hi, Chris.
We figured.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah. I love that every time it crashes, I get a different message.
Oof.
Like it's gonna be the same error.
We could probably have a little bit more say in where we go if we're falsifying like safety credentials. Like if I falsify, like if I'm some sort of safety manager doing a safety audit on a job site, I can probably get in a few more places that won't arouse suspicions.
Maybe.
Well, I think this whole area is gonna be so heavily under construction. There's not gonna be like. It's gonna be tight, but it's not gonna be that tight. I don't think.
Yeah,
Would you mind?
yeah.
He said only a couple.
Nope. You broke up.
Yeah, sorry, Cursive, for breaking up.
Because I just joined into actual, like, when I
Oh,
logged,
hi.
Oh, there you are. Oh,
it auto-joined me into here. Keep in mind that some of the levels are fully under construction, some are finished and unfurnished, and some are semi-furnished and not used, and some are being used. So... Alright, let me get the...
Well, Cursive, I think we're all under the impression we're probably just planning tonight, and then we're gonna
yeah.
Okay.
do this next session.
So I gotta get back into my...
Yeah. Because today is my last day of vacation. I do work tomorrow.
Oh,
Alright.
really?
Yeah, so that makes it a
Yay.
good stop time now. So...
Yeah.
Oh shit, my sub counter's wrong because it didn't say. What was I
I'm
at?
sorry.
Also, while I am
Let me look at it.
sufficiently drinked up.
It was 363 when I made the clip a few minutes ago.
Okay, thank you. That helps. I was like, I know we're above 350, but we're.
But don't worry, Cursive. Listen, so what we got from this construction store, right? It was 6 Catholic priests, 3 squeegees, 2 super soakers.
The one thing
right?
I was, the one thing I was about to tell you guys as part of your plan, since you were saying you wanted to keep people out of it, and I was going to suggest something for you.
Yes.
Right as I started crashing, is I do believe I need to double check. I was literally loading the page as I crashed. I'm seeing if it came up for me. But I was going to check in detection. I think there is a rad scanner, and I would say it wouldn't be hard.
Falsify a signal.
Right. Yep. Radiation detector. It's not even. It's only 20 creds. So basically, you could use that, and then and there's one that you can make. You can configure a scanner to look for it. So basically, at that point, like, you could probably actually like make them think, oh, like this area has a problem.
Right.
Ricky comes out of his hazmat suit and be like,
And all of you girls are like, God damn, I don't speak Ugnaught.
That's exactly what it'd be like. That's why I love this. Yeah, I don't know how to falsify one of those, but that's a really good idea, and we should probably do that.
I was gonna do the voice again and have that be a droidy Miss Droid face. A suggestion, because I already did the one with the grab hooks, and just see. They're helpful.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, we're for sure putting Noel in a foreman uniforms. It's very funny if you know what Stormy does outside of here. It's very funny to make him into like a foreman or something.
I'm gonna go back live so everyone can hear, so I don't lose everybody.
For sure.
You just can't make me a actual construction manager because everyone knows the actual construction managers never walk the job site.
They'll be like, "What is he
The
doing?"
universal implode.
Yeah, they'll be
Sorry,
like,
everyone. We're back live. Sorry about the crash.
They'd be like, "What is that guy doing? Is that a broom? The guy's not real. He's fully an imposter. There's no way.
Right?
Zero chance he's doing that."
Oh yeah, so we can call that one a wrap there, because then you guys can do your infiltration and power, and then we can start on the next book next time. That sounds like a fun time.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting. We can still call him Brothulu or Trey, by the way, but it's Skeleboy Vibes is his new channel, so I'm gonna call him Skeleboy.
Skeleboy. I gotta just start doing
Boy. All right.
But
so almost everybody I know, I always start shortening their name to something. I mean, literally, that was a conversation me and Deckel had with like choosing names, because like my old one was like everyone used to, like, because anyone who knows in the Discord has seen it, so it's not like too much, but like Moo-Roo, because no one can say it right. I'm like, God damn it. So I'm like,
Right.
We're gonna pick a name that shortens nicely either way you do it.
right. But yeah,
Yeah, this
I
is
wouldn't
gonna
mind
be.
getting-
We have another friend that's called Skelebro, which is kind of confusing with Cthulhu and Skeleton.
But I think I would like to at least wait for him to be back and then maybe finish our order, like for what all we're getting from this place. But I think we have pretty much everything we need from that place.
We can get in. We can talk our way up to the higher level, probably.
Yeah, just remember we cannot put Brothulu in the crate because the last time we did that, we all took anti-tank shells, so we can't.
Yeah.
Right. No, we put Noel in the crate this time.
Yeah, we'll put Noel in the crate this time.
I like that it's so cut and dry.
Simply can't.
And out pops the foreman.
What are you guys doing sitting around? This is time for a break. Actively taking fire. That's not a 15-minute break. What's that, a monster? You know there's open wires around here. That over there isn't even grounded. What are you...
I gotta tell you guys, just you're reminding me of. There's a part of fucking Ship Cutter where they did that, or was it Shipwreck where they did that, where like this terrible boss is literally just like, you all need to focus and you need to do a bit more like exercises to relax. How about you, like some girl, Tara, we're gonna do this. I'm gonna freeze your suit, and basically shuts down all controls of her suit, and then it's basically like, I want you to just focus on your breathing and focus on the zen of yoga. She's like, I'm going into the furnace. Turn it back on. Stop yelling at me and just focus on your breathing. And I'm just sitting like, oh my god, this man's about to murder her. What a... Oh. MD shed. Alright.
Yeah, if that's the case, I'm looking for someone to raid a new damn victim, if you will.
Oh yeah. Is it?
Yeah, I'm gonna go get some sleep.
Are you? Okay.
Alrighty. Good night.
I'm gonna raid Wyver.
Wyver.
That's a fun one. I hope he's doing alright.
Same. I haven't talked to him in a while, but Wyver's streaming Dark Souls Remastered right now.
Perfect.
Nice.
Wonderful.
I'm gonna go use the restroom. I'll be back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I will. I'm gonna do my sign off real quick, so I will be right back.
Alright, chat. We're going to pay it forward with a little raid here to Fiendish Name. They are playing Crisis Core. As it turns out, I cannot do that. So, let me see. Actually, there's only a couple people here, so I'm just gonna call it a night. Have a good one. Stay beautiful.